You're watching Force 13's live streaming service. Welcome to Force 13 Hurricane Management Exercise number 1. Great. The Force 13 master computer was created for hypothetical hurricane operations ahead of the 2017 season, and uses algorithms to determine storm activity over a year worldwide. Today, we will be simulating all complete Atlantic cyclone tracks that the master computer generated in the month of July of 1 year. Based on the algorithm, here is the probability of cyclone formation in various parts of the Atlantic for every 6-hour period during the month of July. So that's quite nice. In the exercise, you'll be overseeing 9 regions of Florida and their emergency management operations. Shortly, we'll detail all of those operations. Here are the 9 areas of Florida: Northeast Florida, East Florida, Southeast Florida, Miami-Dade, Monroe, Southwest Florida, Tampa Bay region, Central Panhandle, and Western Panhandle. Every action or inaction you commit in the simulator will impact your final score.
It is Eastern.
You will lose points to account for the cost of making preparations, but will get the difference back if the cost of preparations mitigates the storm's financial impacts. In short, it pays to prepare for all storms just as you would in the real world.
Yeah.
We will also give you points if what you did to prepare for the storm verifies as something that was needed, and deduct points for those that were not needed.
Yes.
Tropical storm watches are usually issued within 48 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds. They will cost 1 point per advisory for each area. You will get 5 points in bonus for every correct watch issuance per advisory, and -5 for every incorrect watch. All bonuses and penalties are calculated after the storm, when it becomes clear whether that verified or not. Tropical storm warnings are usually issued 24 to 36 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds. There is issued 24 arrival of hurricane force winds, and will cost 2 points per advisory for each area, with 6 points bonuses and penalties. Somewhere along the line we'll see the hurricane warning. A hurricane warning is issued 24 to 36 hours before arrival of hurricane force winds, and will cost 10 points per advisory for each area, with 10 points of bonuses and penalties depending on how that fares. Alright, now the other ones. You can also declare an emergency in any area 72 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds by recommendation, and would cost 100 points per day. For the purposes of simplicity in this exercise, an emergency is defined as a storm that costs $100 million in damages or higher, and bonuses and penalties are attributed in accordance to that. Now that has changed as well. I've just made a few little changes on that one because it was penalising too much. So don't be afraid to declare an emergency if you think the governor would.
For the main governor.
You can also call up the National Guard in any of these areas 60 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds recommended, and is based on similar standards to that of the emergency declaration. However, as you can see, there are slight price deviations across the state, and these costings recur daily. Alright. Evacuations are not to be taken lightly and can have significant economic impacts on parts of your state, especially if the evacuation turns out not to be warranted. Usually issued around 60 hours before the arrival of 50-knot winds to an area, and these are the quite large costings for each part of Florida. However, the bonuses are also pretty significant if the damages do exceed $50 million. These numbers are magnified further if you issue a mandatory evacuation for any of these areas, usually 36 hours before the arrival of 65-knot winds. Point is, though, if something hits the east coast of Florida as a Cat 4 or 5 or whatever, that's gonna if that's unmitigated, that will cost tens of billions of dollars, and that is effectively $1.5 billion there on that red zone. So
Yeah.
you've mitigated the cost quite a lot, and you'll get a good score. Alright, I think there's just one more. Yep. The most severe action is to declare a major disaster, usually within 12 hours or during a major hurricane or flooding impact. The cost per day is as follows, and if damages exceed $1 billion, there will be significant bonuses.
Oh, wow.
Wow. As we've seen, there are lots of things to consider. The best advice is to act as if the situation was unfolding in the real world. One more thing, if you do issue warnings or declarations, don't forget to retract them when the threat has passed. Yes. Also, don't forget that there could be significant bonuses or penalties depending on the timeliness of your warnings. There is now a 3-minute window to ask questions before the exercise begins, and if you are having trouble processing all of that data during the exercise, there will be on-screen pop-ups showing you your options as well. Excellent.
Okay.
We're going to survive this.
So
Yeah,
I do have a question.
I've got several questions.
Yes.
Question number 1: will we have access to wind radii data?
It will be shown on the forecast cones,
It will be, so we will know how large the storm is.
like the NHC at TS status.
Like the NHC. Okay. We're not going to get wind probability graphics. We're just going to get the cone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I figured as much.
Alright.
Just wanted to make sure. Let's see here. The next one.
I have 2 questions here, real quick.
That's really the main one that I had.
Euxineta?
I'm gonna fail this because I.
Hold on.
Alright,
Euxineta?
so the first question I have is, once, because you say once the threat has passed, when typically would we retract the warnings, I guess?
When the
there's-
threat passes.
When there's no longer storm conditions.
yeah.
Okay.
The next one.
like
We
your
can only
question.
issue the watches and warnings for the entire region, correct? Not just parts of the region.
Right.
Yeah, for simplicity, it has to be the entire region, one of those 9.
Okay. I figured as much. Again, just want to make sure. So even if hurricane winds end up just barely grazing the region, you'd want to issue a hurricane warning for that.
Yes, you would, yeah. If a hurricane
Okay.
warning, if hurricane conditions reach any part of that region, you'd issue a hurricane warning.
Okay.
I
Okay.
actually have a question. So, do we know what the penalties are for, like, if we don't retract them at the right time? Or will we just not...
They will be somewhat significant. They're not huge penalties, but I don't think it's likely that many of you will retract too late.
Okay.
And here's another one as well. Because there's so many of us here, I think it's probably best to actually put down our decisions in text, if that's possible.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Are we going to be able to see each other's decisions?
Do you think that's a problem?
I do think that's a problem. If
no.
this exercise is supposed to be done individually, unless the 12 of us are working as a team and we're all going to be graded together.
It is supposed to be individually, with you making your own decisions at each call.
Okay.
Alright. So do we type in exercise hub or
Yes.
do you?
Type in
So we-
exercise.
Will all this information that was just read to us be available?
Yes.
for another-
I made sure of that because it's a lot to process, and you'll see it all in it. You'll hear me on here in a moment saying that you've got 90 seconds per advisory, but that's wrong. You've got 60 seconds per advisory.
Crap.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Nathan's like timer check.
Honestly, it's not as tough as you might think. A potential tropical cyclone is forming in the Gulf of Mexico. You will
Dang
have
it, what?
90 seconds for each advisory to make any decisions or changes. There we go. There's your first cone.
Wait, what?
Wait, no, oh god.
Alright, time to get the good old
Okay,
Sharpie out.
but this cone is tiny on my screen.
Yeah.
Can you not see it well?
No,
can't
not
see
at
it.
all. Not
Nope.
very well at all.
Oh, jeez.
I think you're sharing 2 screens at the same time, and one of the screens are black.
What? No, it
Yeah.
does that because I don't know why it does that all the time. Do I need to
Does it
stop the
show-
clock?
Yeah, it's a bit small, but I
Some
can
will
read it.
yeah, but I think I need to know what to do.
I can't read it at all.
Yeah, because I
cannot read it.
cannot read the cone at all.
Okay, the first
Yeah.
dot's depression, second depression, then storm, storm, depression, depression, depression.
Okay, I don't.
I'll try and
Okay.
fix it for the next one.
You don't have any wind ready, guys, so
All right, so it goes depression, depression, storm, storm, depression, depression, depression.
Yep.
What?
Okay.
Time's up on that advisory.
Yep.
So no actions have been taken. I'm going to try and fix this before we get going again.
Yes,
So,
please.
Yeah, I was.
I'll go ahead and get full screen on this, and then I guess I'll just type.
you should
Yeah.
Tropical Depression
Use
launch.
my phone to type.
Jesus. Right, let's try full screen then. Let's see. Hopefully this is going to work.
I'm gonna issue a Tropical Depression launch.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's much better now.
That's much
There we
better.
go.
For you?
Can't
All right.
can't see yet.
June.
Come on.
It's good. That's good. Yeah,
Jesus.
much better.
It takes a while. You
Oh,
probably
you could have
probably
been in a
need to
Zoom
exit
conference
and
right
then
now.
re-enter.
I still can't see a thing.
The
Not
way.
working for you?
I'm just getting the
Yeah.
blue squares of death right now.
Let's
Oh,
try
it's
it
working
again.
good for me.
I'll try it again.
Well, it was working
well
fine for me.
Same.
It's got to
you
work
might need-
for everyone.
you might-
Watch
you
it
might-
not work for anyone but Devon now.
I think it's
Full
probably
13
I've got it.
Python Simulator.
I've got it.
there. It is.
got
Everyone got it?
Yeah, I
Cool.
can see it.
Alright, TD1, what are you doing in July?
Okay.
Oh,
You broke the early season streak. How dare you?
I'm sorry. I didn't even see the text. There have been some watches issued.
Crap.
For Region 9, excellent. Okay, just putting this all in. I'll do this better this next time coming up. So,
Alright.
all right, that's 3 watches there. Here we go. Here's the next cone.
Even though we're tropicals.
Why Strat in the general call?
Get out, Strat.
And just to declutter, if you're gonna do nothing, just leave it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Only post if you're gonna issue
Okay.
something.
Alright.
Which makes it
No,
easier.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Alright, so we have 6 people with Tropical Storm watches out right now. For Region 9. Time's almost up. Tropical Storm Aaron has formed. It has winds of 40 miles per hour, 28.9 north, 88.5 west. Moving west-northwest at 5 miles per hour.
Oh crap. Let me have full screen. I'm gonna go with.
Honestly, I mean, the thing is literally shifting westward, so yeah, I'm just gonna casually retract the Tropical Storm launch.
Hmm.
I'm not too confident.
Yes, Luke?
I'm not confident in all of the decisions I'm making, so that's a good sign.
I've done nothing so far, and I feel pretty confident still, so
Same.
maybe that will change.
I gave a Tropical Storm launch and then just casually retract it.
Because I'm a bit unsure. And
Guys,
plus,
now I'm gonna casually declare mandatory evacuation for Region 9. Oh, yep, I'm gonna keep it
45
retracted.
miles an hour, 29 degrees north, 88.9 west, moving west-northwest at 10 miles an hour.
Just FYI, good luck, Nelson.
Nelly!
Nathan just wants to kill me.
No, I said I don't have to worry about else. I'm like on the where the VLC media player thingy is at right now.
You cancelled that TS warning. Is it still a watch or is it gone completely?
Gone completely.
Okay.
Because I noticed that the wind field was more going on the northeast side of the storm, so that's why I issued the warning. And then the storm turned west, so...
I casually
This
had
is
my
a
level.
tiny storm.
I had to watch like one advisory.
It's tiny.
Baby.
Tropical
my
storm warning for NOLA.
It would be, I'm pretty sure. 50 miles an hour, 29.2 north, 89.7 west, moving west-northwest at 2 miles per hour.
Ooh, I'll be able to see the eye in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Well...
I feel bad for whoever issued a TS watch or a TS one.
Stop typing, do nothing.
Oh yeah.
I swear, if anyone has any tropical storm watches for advisory 5, do nothing.
Watch for to leap out of nowhere.
Florida survives this time.
So Luke,
Florida
you've done
American.
nothing so far, right?
I've done
Florida
nothing
American
at all.
cash to live
I'm
on and
very
just...
happy. I'm very happy with myself right now. Because, I mean, if I was in charge of Louisiana, I would issue the TS watch and the TS warning and have a
Well,
time.
naturally.
Florida man suffers yet another sufferable law.
Advisory 6. It's now got 60 mile an hour winds.
Wait, it made landfall. Should only weaken the...
Moving northwest at 3 miles an hour. It's over very wet lands, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, this thing... Okay, it better not go on the eastern side, because I have to issue...
I think I'm not gonna do anything just yet, but I am gonna keep an eye on the storm.
Okay.
My main worry is that when it's planned that some TS winds end up.
I swear the brown ocean effect better not happen.
I just realised I didn't record most of what just happened, so we're back recording again.
That is intriguing.
Oh well, it'll be a highlights section. So, if you've just joined us, there was some tropical storm watches and one tropical storm warning earlier, and I think they're all gone now.
And my main worry is just that some.
Don't worry.
Florida
I'm
man is
actually
casually
recording
baking.
everything.
Oh good. 7 people haven't issued any watches or warnings so far. Here we are, advisory 7, 60 miles an hour, 29.5 north, 89.9 west, moving north at 8 miles per hour.
This is Tropical Weather Bulletin for Aaron.
No, I hope this
I swear to God, if nothing else forms and I get a -1, I'm gonna be furious.
Plot twist, the computer generates something that becomes like a Cat 5 MLE situation.
NMP.
Ooh, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but I might issue something.
type it if you're gonna issue something.
Not issuing anything here.
Not right now, though. I'd have to wait a minute.
Nelson,
Aaron is
how similar is this to NWS chat right now?
Aaron's just your average July Felicia.
I would ask Parker, but you know.
Advisory 8,
Ooh,
60
Wait,
miles
what
an
the-
hour,
okay,
moving
what-
east-northeast
okay.
at 13 miles per hour.
Oh,
What is
gosh.
this, the brown ocean effect?
It's over Lake Pontchartrain right now.
Strengthening.
No, that's something
Using
I-
all that hot 12-foot deep lake water.
So
Absolutely.
how far away is the third dot?
How far
That
away?
Is that
That's
36 hours
12
out?
hours.
Yeah, these are 12-hour dots now.
Okay, so 36 hours.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Just casually sit there doing that.
Yep.
Oh, I think.
This thing believes in the brown ocean effect, and I'm a little worried.
The fact that it's been stalling over NOLA for so long.
Please.
It's still sick. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna cash.
Okay. Crikey.
Is that like how you-
I'm upgrading a lot.
parentheses means 9.
Yeah.
Preston, I just like how you instantly go from melting to CS4.
No, I'm not gonna shoot.
Okay, this thing is still surprisingly 60 miles an hour, so
It's close enough to the water.
I know. Wait, basically pulling what Harvey did back in 2017, it like pretty much went back and kind of strengthened a little bit again before making its third landfall.
Giving me Allison vibes.
Ah yes, Allison, 2001.
So can we ask a question to Nathan?
Yeah, in a minute, because I've not logged your scores in time. You've done so many just there. Go on.
If we declare an emergency, that's only for Florida, right? Only for Florida.
It's a region within Florida.
Okay.
Everything. There is no statewide decisions on this. It's all within each.
Okay.
Area.
Blown the jets out of NAS Pensacola, because that will make a massive.
Man, you guys are confusing me. Nelson, you just confused me.
I'm trying to
Well,
be as specific as
I mean,
possible.
each fighter jet parked at NAS Pensacola is
No,
worth
with what
$22
you
million.
wrote.
Oh, that's true.
Wait,
I just got confused by that, gee whiz. Right. I think we're up to speed. Here we go. Next advisory. Advisory 10, 50 miles an hour, 30.7 north, 87.1 west, moving
Perfect,
northeast
it's
at 25
verified.
miles per hour.
Oh god, I might want to declare something for Zone 8.
No, not yet.
Gidrius, I don't know whether that's a watch or warning that you've given me.
Wait a minute, I didn't know if 60.
There you go.
There we go. I'm trying to make this as
God, where are the
specific as
notes?
possible for you.
Oh my god. I can't keep up with this.
Keep this to yourself.
Wait a minute, is 60 mile per hour able to cause $15 million wins?
I'm still not ready yet.
Well, there was a Milda.
But so that caused flooding. That's a different thing. I mean, Alberto caused one.
Elliot, do you... Oh, I'm sorry, no.
Wait, do we have
Disregard.
to say continue?
Sorry?
Do we have to continue? Say that if whether we want to continue the warning? Issue a new one?
It'll be assumed. It's just
Yeah, only post if you're making a change.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
Okay.
Sorry.
That includes lifting warnings.
right.
Because I'm hopelessly far behind right now.
So 48 minutes, huh, Nathan?
Yep, 48 minutes,
This is
huh,
gonna
Nelson?
take something like 2 hours.
You all signed up for this.
Alright,
You
we're
all
ready to go.
We're supposed to sign up knowing this was going to take a bit.
40 miles an hour, 31.9 north, 85.8
What the?
west.
Wait, what? This just completely exited with the cone.
I don't care.
What? That just
Okay.
that didn't even follow the cone.
I think everyone has killed all the warnings.
Well, the thing is, it did just literally exit the cone of uncertainty.
Could someone post a message if you haven't got rid of your warnings?
Nathan, are we
If you haven't gotten out,
Are we what?
I lost my question.
Oh.
Sorry.
So
Yep, I knew it was
assume everyone has got rid of their warnings.
I think so.
And I've been wondering why 2 people have left their scores blank because they're not here. So okay. Tropical Depression 2 has formed
What?
near the Windward
Depression
Islands.
2 has formed. Nice.
Oh gosh.
Alright, let's see where you are this time. I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, nothing for me here also.
Why is it there?
What if we have to pee?
It's supposed to be a Felicia as it is.
I think nothing.
I'm like, unless this pulls a Dorian, this is gonna be Felicia.
Shall I fast forward? We'll fast
Yeah.
forward a bit.
It's kind of similar, because if you think about it, Dorian's first cone had it pretty much barely being alive after hitting the Caribbean islands.
Don't forget, we are looking at every system that formed in July.
Oh,
From the
that makes a
computer.
lot more sense. Okay.
Yeah,
Are we
I do
skipping
nothing.
this one as well? Yep.
Nope, nothing.
Okay, let's keep going.
I have no reason to do anything at the moment, so...
It's nowhere near Florida.
Oh, well.
No, this is not just supposed to be a Felicia depression now, so, I mean...
Looks like it. Are we going to keep going? Yep.
I'm sure this becomes Cap Forward.
This is where we're getting the time back,
Guys,
Nelson.
I'm declaring a mandatory evacuation from Florida because
Are
of this
you?
rogue depression.
Really? You lose lots of
I'm
points.
kidding. Wait, what? Dude, you have a job.
That
The number 2 tends to
Very
be
depressing.
staying in depression the longest.
Sad computer. So,
Like, 2 tends to be the depression the most.
and it died. Now, I've not even... This one was so poor that I didn't even program it properly, so we're going to completely go over, get on beyond that one, because I've still left the old ones there. Let's just keep going.
So the Tropical Depression 2 is basically Tropical Depression 3 as well.
We're going to take a short break now. Let's see what else July has to offer after this. Force 13 has launched a merch store where you can support our project even more by showing our colours, just like this shirt I'm wearing. Or if the weather gets a bit colder, maybe this hoodie as well, of course. And of course, they go in all kinds of different varying colours. Or even pillows. I love a good pillow fight. Or even these amazing hurricane-themed phone cases. Or how about a drink out of this Force 13 mug? So you can find the wonders of Force 13's merch store online at store.force13.com. Ah! Oh! Who did that? In a moment, we'll return to the Force 13 team, who are currently undergoing an emergency management exercise. Don't forget that none of the storms you see on that exercise are real. We've got to put out that disclaimer. After that, we've got Guess the Storm at 6 PM Eastern, followed by the latest hurricane season predictions from us at 7, before we reach the start of Atlantic hurricane season on the universal clock. That's 8 PM Eastern Time. Tropical Depression 4 was even less impressive.
TD5?
So we skipped to Tropical
Where was
Depression 5.
4?
He just said
I'm
it then.
guessing-
Tropical Depression 4 was so bad it didn't even warrant a cone. So we're now on Tropical Depression 5.
Well, then what happened to Tropical Depression 3?
Tropical Depression 3 died after 3 advisories in the Eastern Atlantic, and TD4 died after about 10 advisories in the Eastern Atlantic. And now it's TD5.
Right.
Seven.
Are you ready for TD5?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
God.
ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Fine.
That actually...
Oh,
Oh!
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
He's got it again.
Well, this just...
Time for sexy time.
Getting
I mean,
spicy.
there's no
Yeah.
reason.
He's gonna get shrimp.
I said Emily version 2.
this reminds me of Michael.
I mean,
It
there's
is
no
giving
reason to
bad
do
vibes.
anything. There's no reason to do anything.
I'm not doing anything at the moment.
Because it's 7. There's not. This is 120 hours out, and even then, it's barely even making landfall.
It's further east than Michael, also.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Now it's going to rapidly intensify.
Is it?
Ethan, shut.
I hope
Don't
not.
Doomcast. Do not Doomcast here.
What's the DNA?
Alright, so no one's taken any action.
Wait, Nathan, can we penalize Ethan for Doomcasting?
No.
Oh my.
Oh, God.
Outrageous.
This was a tough one.
Nelson's gonna get shrimped.
It's still 72 to 96 hours before anything happens.
Nelson, you're right. Nathan does want to kill you.
The computer wants to kill him. Shall we
Oh,
skip
yes,
this?
it's always the computer. It's always the computer's fault, isn't it?
Everyone happy not to take any action?
No action.
Yes.
I feel like this is gonna keep shifting.
You're gonna get a lot of penalties.
Florida man will casually continue doing weird stuff, and yeah.
No,
That's
dude.
good. That's a good.
Well,
I'm not
It's
doing
still
anything.
it's still 96 to 120 hours out. I'm not doing anything.
It's
still stalling.
It's in the cone.
You want to know what you want?
Huh?
Hi, Camille.
Yes.
Camille vibes intensify.
Shall we fast forward?
Yes,
Yep.
I want a Camille.
Oh, here's the next one.
Oh,
No, they just casually remove the hurricane.
What?
I'm not taking any action.
Not
Get
yet,
tough acting,
but
tin acting.
I don't like this.
Oh no.
it's concerning, but not yet.
It's still only 20
Every
miles
point
an hour.
is 24 hours, and we still got a few couple days to go.
Oh, it's 12 hours and then we get.
Yeah, it's the classic format: 12 hour, 24, 36, 48, 72,
Ah.
96.
Don't help them. If they can't read the map, they can't make decisions.
Yeah, actually, it does have a key.
I was
It
going
does
to
have
say,
a
because I said earlier
options.
the ultimate points for 24 hours, so I'm
It
like,
does say the day
okay.
that-
Now I'm okay.
I would like. Is everyone okay with no action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This thing likes to keep shifting.
Yeah, it's not moving so quick.
Wait, the maximum sustained winds are 20 miles
20
per hour.
miles
yet
an
it's
hour.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just moving
it's got
at
maximum
20
sustained
miles
winds of
per
20
hour.
miles an hour. This thing is dead.
No.
Just
completely goes away.
This keeps moving at northeast at
We're
9
watching
miles
this
per
It
hour.
should not be alive. It's
But
20
the
miles an
GFS
hour.
wants it to be a Cat 5.
This thing is not even a tropical
250
depression.
hours.
Yeah.
20 miles per hour.
Are we gonna go? Keep going?
This isn't even a storm. This is a remnant of 5 at this point.
No.
Oh no. Oh,
It's
no.
still got winds of 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I think it was 20 miles an hour from the start.
and then you're
actually.
gonna see it veer toward. And then you're gonna see the cone veer toward Florida at the last minute.
Does
Explain to me.
Does Region 1 include the Keys?
Yes, it's primarily the Keys, the whole of Monroe County, which is the Keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Wait,
friend.
but-
My friend
Okay, so
not
you're gonna
doing
take
anything,
the whole keys as
And
one.
this is actually Advisory 6, if I'm not mistaken, because I've kept forgetting to update that bloody thing.
For all we know, this thing hasn't even gotten past 20 miles an hour yet. This thing's got a long way to go before it becomes an actual tropical storm, and at this rate, I don't even see it becoming one.
Yeah, my friend is from one of the southernmost islands. I mean, houses in Key West. So, that would be.
I think it wouldn't be strong enough. Like, I don't know how big the system is.
Ooh, 25! 25!
Okay, it's got 25 mile an hour winds now. It's still far from being a tropical storm.
This
think
thing
that's
hasn't moved as well. It's literally been in the same
It's right
place
next
for
to
a while.
Adam's house.
What's interesting is
Oh no.
I feel like an Nathan programmed the computer to know the locations of people.
Ethan?
Nope, completely random.
Strat wants to spectate.
No, he's not gonna spectate.
No. He's gonna be annoying.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
only gonna be
spoil
very annoying.
everything.
He'll wreck it for everyone.
We can ban Strat, and then if he wants to be in part of this.
Hashtag ban strat.
I like how this storm keeps having Advisory 4.
I know, I kept forgetting to update it. The next, it updates when we get to 8, so hopefully the next one's 8, otherwise...
The fact that we get cones on this
I'm
when this is not even a tropical
I have a
depression
feeling that
sustained
you're probably
system.
gonna forget regardless.
Here we go. Next
Like,
advisory.
do we not get advisories
Eight.
for when this? Okay, now it's
There it
finally
is.
a tropical depression.
You can have a tropical depression at any wind speed, you know.
intriguing.
I'm not doing anything just yet, still. But it looks like it still will hit. Word up.
Not issuing any watches yet.
We're still unsure of the wind
Watch
field.
it just veer off to Texas.
Go
I don't know.
Strat. I'm trying to do this.
Damn it, Strat. Clean your room, Strat.
Get off my set.
Are you
Get
guys
off
gonna
my
cancel
set.
your TS watch?
Can you DM me?
Get off my set.
No, not really.
Get off.
7?
I'm busier than you are.
What?
You're gonna cancel that TS watch?
No.
Okay.
Alright, let's see.
Hey,
Once
Luke,
this becomes a
stop
tropical
pointing out
storm,
when they
we will
forget
see how
something.
the wind speed is, the wind radii is, and then we can make a decision based on that.
Here we go.
A couple of people put up TS watches, and I don't want to
Advisory 9.
Mhm. Number 9,
take
yes.
anything away yet.
Missed it again.
Hmm.
I got better the more cones I made.
Still doing nothing at the moment.
You can see that one
I like-
tiny little tip there is in the 3-day cone.
So that's 72 hours.
No changes?
Nope.
No changes.
Okay,
No.
let's move on.
It's gonna be a tropical storm next.
Bloody hell, it's really become a tropical storm.
Oh, not now.
It weakened.
Oh, I might actually get the remnants of it.
I don't want
Advisory 10.
Remember, FCX, Maryland is non-existent in this simulation.
That's lovely.
Neither is Ohio, to be fair.
Probably for the best, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna absolutely lose it if this thing just dissipates before it becomes a tropical storm.
We pull the Nestor.
That'll test you.
Nestor would have wanted this.
Oh wow, Preston's going all out.
to.
Yeah. It's been pretty steady.
What?
At this point, like, given the cone, this is gonna be like a weak to moderate tropical storm at the best for Florida at the moment.
Here's the next one.
That's so
Straight
sad.
in
Well,
again.
it's 35
It's still a
miles per hour
depression,
again.
so like at this moment I see like a 60, 65 at the most for
Can
it's slightly
Nathan-
depression.
Nathan, can you tell
Watch
us
it
how
go through
strong?
whatever
How
the
strong?
closest thing is.
Can you tell us how strong the NHC has it at the 5th dot, or is that?
Yeah,
not-
50 miles an hour.
50 miles per hour there. Okay.
I'm still not declaring anything at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna declare anything until I see wind rating.
And like anything, like even then, it only expected to happen if there were $100 million here. $50 million is, I mean, 50 mile per hour winds.
They can
If
do
that's
it.
the case, it's probably not gonna.
I could easily do 100
Feel
million
the
in
pressure.
damages.
I mean, this ain't a Melda though. This is moving at a pretty quick pace once it gets
Still,
inland.
Well, the
They can
speed
still
doesn't
do it.
exactly matter. It's the Gulf Coast is pretty sensitive to storm surge.
Especially the Big Bend region, which would
Yes.
probably get a pretty considerable amount of storm surge considering the
But as
angle.
of right now, I still have no wind radii or anything like that, so I really can't make a
Exactly.
decision based on that at the moment.
I'm probably gonna declare.
No changes?
No changes.
Alright.
I still hope this becomes a Felicia so that I can all watch you cry in tears while I.
How
Okay,
is it
maybe.
still depression?
This thing
I'm
weakened!
gonna lose it if this thing dissipates before.
This weekend!
That would be me being the big troll right there, eh?
I hate this thing so much. I really hate it.
No
I'm
action.
still doing nothing because the thing weakened. Now this is barely a depression.
And I must say, this is quite fascinating.
No
I bet
action.
it's gonna rapidly intensify.
I bet it's not.
I haven't done anything yet, though. I'm still waiting.
Wait, is that?
I'm just watching you all just issue random watches in emergencies.
I retract my. I retract.
It's like back when we had Joaquin the threats over here. Like everyone started freaking out with an emergency and all that happy stuff, and then it just went out to sea and all we got was the flooding that we had before.
Yeah, okay. I'm good.
Okay, it's straightened back to 35 miles an hour. I'm still doing nothing because clearly this thing has been
When's
fluctuating
the
between 30 and
tropical
35.
fire the warning?
Once the thing actually becomes a tropical storm, I'll fire up the warnings, but until then,
I'm still holding off on the warnings.
because this thing was supposed to be a tropical storm a while ago in the first cone.
Well, still, it's on the verge, probably.
The wind field could be interesting though.
I swear, if this thing falls out to be like an 800-mile wind field.
Oh
And it
god.
just pulls an Ike and just gets massive.
I wouldn't expect anything too extravagant, honestly.
Well, you gotta realize your
Nathan.
best computer has.
Nathan,
What?
But
There it is.
very angry face.
There it is.
Okay.
Gina.
Nathan, very angry face. This is in
What
August.
the hell?
You said we
What
were only
happened
doing
there?
July.
I have no idea.
Welcome to Microsoft Office.
Alright, I'm just issuing a TS watch for Area 9 only.
Devin, why are you angry?
Why was I in? Oh yeah, August 1st.
Yes.
Wait,
Grrr, that means we're gonna have to do this storm again next time.
No, we won't be doing it again.
wait, Nathan, I have a question. Would the TS watch still be going on even though we declare a TS warning for that area?
A warning would supersede a watch.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Plot twist, it pulls a nester and becomes post-tropical watch.
Well, it's
Just a minute.
August.
not
I
caught up
wouldn't
yet.
expect that.
Right, what's
The
going
nester
on
bias
here?
ensues.
Oh, fallen so far behind. You guys did so much in that advisory.
I love how many people had already put like watches and warnings out before, like for the Key West area.
Nathan, you think this is a lot?
Well,
just
the
for
cone was the cone was having the storm graze the Keys in 2 days.
Yeah.
I mean, without knowing any model guidance,
It didn't even
it's not
exactly hit
unreasonable.
the islands though.
I know it didn't come. I know it didn't
And
come
this thing was only
close,
20
but-
miles an hour at the time, so I'm like, this is gonna take a little bit to straighten
Well, you
actually
had
do a
to-
drop.
But it was in the cone. If
I'm
it went
working
on the
hard.
eastern, if
But
it
the
went on
computer
the
thinks that
eastern edge of
generating
the
20
cone,
mile
it
per
was
hour
a
storms
tropical.
is okay. So I mean,
If it, but here's the thing: if it went on the
This is
eastern edge of the
Australia now.
cone, if it went on the eastern edge of the cone and it was a tropical storm at the time, it would have brought tropical storm force conditions to the Keys.
okay, I'll be
So,
generous
yeah,
enough.
You're being generous and giving a TS warning. You should have already given a TS warning the second week.
Given that it was
Why did I put YE?
What? Oh.
What are you expecting? What was it expecting?
Oh crap! Why did I put that? Crap!
What's the NHG expecting for landfall?
Why did you do that? NHC are expecting 45 landfall.
Okay, then I see no reason.
Okay, we survived, and now the thing is gonna die.
Yep, moving in
Die.
land.
Continue that.
It's literally moving north at 21 miles an hour. This thing is a speedy boy, so I'm really not. I'm not regretting the fact that I retracted the leveling.
I probably should have issued a voluntary evacuation.
It's just Florida has seen so many tropical storms before, though.
Well,
It was
That
barely.
doesn't mean that people are.
And voluntary evacuation is for 50 knot winds. This isn't even 50 miles an hour for crying out loud.
no, voluntary evacuations for 50 knot winds or just 60 miles per hour.
So yeah, the voluntary action was needed.
Well,
No,
No,
not
that's
even
when
needed.
it's usually done, but if the damage expectation is over 50,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's 50 knot winds. And you've got Santa Rosa
No,
Island,
the thing's moving at 21 miles an hour. I'm really not.
Beach,
Next
Destin.
advisory.
But wouldn't that cause more storm
Alright.
surge because it's humid?
Alright, screw the storm. I'm retracting everything now.
What a great discussion.
I'm just happy I didn't put a watch for Area 8. Or the key.
Yeah, I don't get why people put a watch near A, but okay.
Yeah, I know. Me neither.
Well, I get why.
Because it's a completely arbitrary game, and the computer could have had a shift to the east.
Tornado warning for
I can see
What
why
are you talking about?
I can see why people have
Outrageous.
a watch for Area 8. Because we don't know
You
how.
can't issue tornado warnings.
Yes, I can.
Don't worry, you'll get no penalty.
Last I checked, the National Weather Service does not use
Yes,
it.
emergency Montgomery.
Wait a minute, there's nothing about.
Tornado emergency.
Damn it. God damn it.
Storm surge warning for Eastern Florida.
Oh my god. I really shouldn't have said that there would be no penalty.
Well, there was nothing about storm surge, so I can't even a storm surge warning.
Hey, you never know.
Winter storm watch northeast Maine. No more.
In July.
Oh my god, why?
In August.
I really should have said that there would be a penalty for that.
Well, it looks like I might get the remnant. It does look like I'm
I
the
opened
remnants
up.
of it.
I
The
opened
Tina's
up the
gonna fit me as
floodgate.
remnants.
You really
I
did.
opened up the floodgate. Just
Coming
trying to
soon.
be funny.
Alright.
Alright.
Yay!
Oh god.
Hooray! I got negative points.
I think we all did.
I was gonna issue.
Well,
Special
fine.
weather
That's
for
pretty
Eastern
good.
Tennessee.
Contrary to what that page said, we won't be waiting an hour for those results, but we will be waiting a few minutes. It said an hour at the time when we did the exercise on the pre-record, because it took that long to calculate the goddamn results. We'll be back in a few minutes with those results. Check out our new look cyclone tracker on the Force 13 website for the latest up-to-date information. You can also find us, of course, on our YouTube channel, search Force 13, and also on Facebook and Twitter, Force 13 at Force 13 on Twitter for the latest updates. You can also help the project become even better by becoming an Ultimate Fan on YouTube. To see the full list of Ultimate Fan benefits and to join, visit youtube.com/Force13/join. With a special thanks to our top supporters this month. Check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description. Here are the scores for Tropical Storm Aaron. The highest possible score is 94.
Oh god.
Our lab rats got scores ranging from -8 to -28.
Oh, fun.
The worst performer tonight in the exercise was Nelson with -37. Elliot got -28. Luke got -25.
At least I'm not the worst.
Merritt -25. Euxinator -21. Oh, I missed out Ethan, sorry. Ethan -22. FCX -20. Justin -18. Gidrius -16. Preston -12. And at the top is Devon with -7.
How the
Evan, get the
hell?
heck out of here.
Silver. I don't really care anymore.
Yep.
GT. How?
Probably cost $100 million in damage.
I didn't declare an emergency.
If unmitigated, the storm would have cost $155 million in damages.
In Florida?
Yep. If you issued no
Dang
watches
it.
or warnings at all, that would have been the price tag. Right, we've got our scores. Cesar was the worst person before we did the exercise, the lab rats.
Oh no!
He got a score of minus 99.
Rip.
Who did worse?
Ethan did the worst out of our exercise participants today with minus 1,295. Preston wasn't far behind.
Reminded him.
Preston wasn't far behind with minus 1,209.
Hey, I
Oh
did
my
better than
gosh.
you.
The third worst person was Devon with minus 42.
Oh, wow.
God.
Then it was a tie between FCX and MJO, both at minus 20.
I'll take minus 20.
And then another tie, actually. Elliot, Luke, and Nelson at minus 12. And the best score is also a three-way tie. Gidrius, Justin, and Euxinator all at minus 7.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, let's go.
What was the best score out of the lab rats?
Tim with plus 12.
Oh, Tim.
When Strat played, he got minus 13.
Okay, I did better than that.
40 total, so I mean,
I think
Okay.
many lives.
So there we
next
go.
note to self-deploy the National Guard and stick with it.
I can tell you one thing for sure: August is going to be better. You'll enjoy that one a lot more.
How did they get minus 1,229?
Nothing. They lost a lot of money. That's what they did. Yes, here we are live in the studio. My name's Nathan Foy up here on the. Well, you're up there. I'm down here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Hopefully everything on this screen is working. This night has been terrifying me because the amount of things that can go wrong are almost unlimited. Thankfully, not really anything has gone wrong yet, just that countdown timer at the bottom right-hand side is a few seconds slower than I wanted it to be, but that's not a problem. As you can see, we've got a massive team with us once again tonight, and it's the fun part of the year, really. It's one of our... What I like to brand it is New Year for hurricane enthusiasts, because the Atlantic hurricane season starts on the universal clock at least, and I don't know if we've had this debate yet or not. When does hurricane season start? 0 UTC or 0 Eastern Time?
0 UTC.
Time.
So we've got a
0
consensus
UTC.
with UTC there, so that's what we're going to run with, and that's what we are running with. Hey, it allows me to
I
go
just
to bed a
don't
lot
feel
earlier,
like
that's
staying
for
up
sure.
until midnight.
me neither, staying up till 5 in the
Personally, I
morning.
think-
We need to get this on prime time.
Personally, I think that it should go off of whatever time zone the RSMC uses, and in this case, the NHC uses Eastern Time, so Eastern
Okay.
Time.
And I can't remember
So-
if that's what they actually do or not. I can't remember.
I think it is actually.
I mean,
I
it doesn't
do.
really matter, considering that they're gonna have to do an update today.
Okay. No, of course, they're doing updates all the time. Alright, so... Oh, that's a good question,
up?
actually. Why doesn't hurricane season start when the first storm forms? It'd make it a lot easier, wouldn't it?
So the
It
Atlantic
does.
hurricane season in 2016 started with Alex.
Yeah, so, you know, it's hurricane season now. February 1st,
Yeah, it's
March 1st.
it's hurricane season in January.
Juana Hernandez just said Nathan Cook Strat. It's delicious.
No, guys, I don't want to be cooked. All right, hold up a second. We're moving a bit too fast.
Not
I
really
think
fast.
I cooked.
Have
No,
you ever,
no,
have
guys.
you ever had
is
have you
not
ever
appropriate.
had squirrel on a grill? It's delicious.
No, but I did. I gotta show
here we
this. I gotta
go.
show this photo. Hold
Here we
up.
go.
I mowed the
Oh,
lawn
no.
today
Here's
in the
another one of
backyard,
Strat's
and
stories.
I
He's
found
almost as
something
bad as David for
so
stories.
no,
Really
This
is.
is so I was
No.
mowing the lawn
He
because
really
we didn't mow
is.
the
He
lawn
really
for 3
is.
months, and I found
Can I hear
this
my name?
very
Oh,
adorable thing. I'm putting-
David's here. No, I thought David wasn't here.
All right. Look, hold the image I just posted. This I found the most adorable bunny nest while mowing the lawn today.
Gotcha.
You did
Oh
get
my
it.
God,
You've got
so
me. Well and
cute.
truly.
You're so cute.
Oh dear. Yes, I'm just getting over that, Strat.
Strat, is that the hole that Alice goes down?
I wouldn't be able to tell you because I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Devon, what are you doing?
All I know-
What's this stream that I've not seen? Oh. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating stuff.
Yes, it is. It is an extremely important screen share that is going to be very important for my race later on.
Yes, Devon is racing tonight. We wanted to do it
I'm
live.
a
didn't we?
racist tonight.
You wanted. That's not very good in the current climate, Devon. Come on. What are we doing tonight in terms of the race? We were going to do it on the main channel, but now we're not.
Yeah. So here's what's going on. I've recently re-overhauled my entire live streaming system when it comes to racing to make it look a lot better. In fact, I just posted Charlotte to the gaming channel, so you want to go over there and look at that. It is awesome. But obviously that won't be until all this stuff is over because we have a whopper of a program for
We
you
do
guys
indeed.
tonight. So please stay tuned. You are going to love it.
And that's just Devon's then, not to mention all the stuff over here.
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole slate of things. But anyways, basically what's going on is that because I've got this new scrolling ticker that's going to be on it, looks very nice.
Boom.
And I
I've
tried to
seen it.
pre-record everything, but the file sizes are several gigabytes, and my internet decided to take 7 hours to upload the Charlotte race today. So I was like, yeah, we're just gonna do this live. I can't upload 7 gigabytes worth of videos in under 3.5 hours. So I'm just going to be going to the gaming channel. We're going to be doing a race live.
All right. What did we think of that exercise that we just saw this hour? Those who participated, your thoughts?
I have to tell you that that's the worst exercise I've done since I had to run the mile in high school.
I will say it was spectacular to see 2 separate individuals lose over $1 billion.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yes.
cool.
Well, no, the final score isn't money. It's money plus public opinion.
I'm sure people wouldn't have wanted to evacuate for a 45-mile-an-hour landfall.
Exactly, that's where they lost
Yeah.
most of their points.
Yikes.
And there's
have
Ethan
some
as
good
well.
news.
Ethan's one of them, isn't he?
What?
Ethan and Preston.
What?
Ethan,
the two guys-
you got people to evacuate from Bettina?
Yeah, I mean, the storm was forecast to intensify quite a bit, and it didn't meet those expectations. And we learned with Dorian that it's better to be safe than sorry, because
I really wish we had modeled.
No.
But
the
Dorian kind of intensified rather gradually, though. You know, it didn't just. You know, it was always expected to be at least a major hurricane.
I can tell you the August
Whoa.
exercise is going to keep people on their toes even more, so I'm really looking
Oh
forward
dear.
to simulating
Nathan-
August,
that's gonna be
which we'll
crazy.
probably do sometime in
Nathan?
June, yes?
The previous exercise made me cut off 3 of my toes. How am I supposed to stand on the other 2?
What?
How did you come to that conclusion?
I lost
Well,
$20 million, so I had to recoup it by selling off 3 of my toes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Devin, you gotta trade some high-risk stocks and get all your money
Oh
back,
god,
man.
that's terrible
Okay, I will
advice from
buy-
Strat.
I am going to go all in on Home Depot right now.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Are you gonna buy lots of call options on them? We'll go to the moon. Just for information for the people watching, do not just randomly go and buy Home Depot. That is not a good idea.
No.
Do
Freedom
your
of
due
fight.
diligence and
All right,
research before you make any
guys,
decisions.
We could chat forever, but and I'd love to do introductions, but we really don't have time to do that because we've only got 1 hour here to do Guess the Storm, which everyone's really, really looking forward to, aren't they, Strat?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, let's go. Put the first storm on the board.
Before we do that, I've got to mess about with some more of my equipment here so that I can sort everything out. So I've just realised that, so why don't you guys go and say something else?
Something else.
Well, here's the thing. I gotta tell you that I really like rainbows.
Right.
They're
Oh,
really
all.
cool,
they're
because you get sunlight, it hits a water droplet, and then it diffracts out, and it splits all the wavelengths up, and you get this nice, pretty rainbow in the sky.
Oh my god,
Now
yeah,
you can't see the you can't see the solar spectrum, unfortunately, which I think is a shame because the solar spectrum's fascinating.
Yes.
But it is really awesome that you can get these kinds of rainbows just because of the sun hitting water.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's very cool indeed.
I'd ask them what the chat's favorite things in the world are, because I'm interested to see what all these people think.
Oh, God,
most
Strat's
importantly, though,
questions,
I would
swear.
like to respond and say that no, I cannot and will not cook myself.
However,
that is
That
very
would be,
personal
like,
to
the
my
worst.
state.
You're on my
Going
side.
I do actually have a scar on my wrist when I did burn myself on the oven, though. So that's the closest we'll get to that.
So, concern for your well-being, Strat.
Crikey.
Hey, Strat.
Yeah.
You want to tell the viewers what you almost lost to a few nights ago?
Oh yeah, I was
yes.
live streaming on
Heard about
twitch.tv/StratVector. I almost lost to a robot in Rocket League. That was pretty
That
fun.
was great.
I came from behind. It was an epic battle to victory. You know, it was very
I'm sure
intense.
It was.
And
It
no,
was
please don't tell guys. Please don't ask people to cook me in the chat. It's not.
He was down by
Please
three.
do.
It's not very responsible or humane. You know.
I mean,
I don't understand how we transferred from band strat to cook strat.
Cook Strat.
I mean,
either
Strat,
way,
I gotta be
something's going on.
The
real
first
with
of
you.
the new.
I gotta be real with you, Strat.
Now I would like to actually go off of this because a couple of days ago I posted to the Force 13 community tab.
Oh, you did, yes, you did.
I posted a little poll in regards to the topic for the third Space 13 Astronomy Hour because I'm planning on doing another one of those shortly because I really do like doing those. I got almost 600 responses.
Quite a lot.
Which, thank you everyone that ended up responding to that. I never in my life would have expected almost 600 responses to such a silly poll, but overwhelmingly, the winner is going to be terraforming, especially in reference to the moon Mars and the Saturnian moon Titan. So thank you all for said responses. I will slowly but surely cook up a video in response to that.
Cook
and
it up.
once I'm going to cook it up, turn
Just
the
like
oven up
Strat.
to 450 degrees, let it heat up for 20 minutes, and I'm going to put the pot pie right in there. It's going to come out nice and creamy and lovely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got a lot of
Oh, no.
Elon enthusiasts in the chat after yesterday that wanted to see the terraforming.
Yeah, we're not going to
stuff.
talk about him.
Yep. We'll
Yeah,
say it was
we're
pretty
not
cool
gonna
to see
talk
space
about him.
launch, though.
Whilst
really
we're waiting
annoying
just a
to
little
know
bit
thing about
longer,
economy.
whilst we're waiting a little bit longer, let's just take a quick look at the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico. There's
Please,
some convection there off the northern tip of the Yucatan, and underneath it, which you can't see on this shot, is what's left of Tropical Storm Amanda, which I don't think we've actually mentioned at all on any of our videos yet, which is a bit of a
Yeah,
travesty.
because Tropical
I mean,
Storm
it's-
Amanda died as soon as it formed.
Well, it did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Sort of did.
It was, however, it was at least relevant. It got a CDPS stage 2.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Better
We
than
actually got a
Bertha?
storm named in the Eastern Hemisphere with a CDPS stage
Western.
2.
Western Hemisphere.
Oh
Devin.
my
Western.
god.
Better than
Better
Arthur.
than Bertha and
Western Hemisphere, my
Arthur.
bad.
Very
I
impressive.
mean,
And it's very nice because it's getting the chat to no longer say hashtag could strat.
I mean, you just don't bring it up, Strat, if you don't want to be called
All
it.
right.
It just reminds
It's just
people.
in front of my screen. It's
Clean your
flooding
room.
in.
We
There's no
are
way to avoid it.
about to start
impressive,
Guess the
alright.
Storm.
But it's not as impressive as Imelda was when it just barely attained tropical storm status and made a devastating landfall, producing a lot of rain before becoming a tropical
That there is
depression
the
in a matter of
voice
hours.
of Samuel. Now, guys, we are going to begin Guess the Storm live here on Force 13. So, team, you'll need to watch our stream just like everyone else, the viewers. And it's team versus viewers, classic format. Yes, team hate it, viewers love it. Viewers are probably going to thrash
My
the team
first guess
again.
is going to be easy. First guess
But
is
we
going
have
to be
a
easy.
card
So-
up our sleeve.
We are, do you?
Wait, we do? What's our
Wait,
what's
we
our
do.
weapon?
Strat doesn't know. That's rare.
Okay.
Anyway,
He'll be here any
here
moment.
is the
Oh,
first one.
Jesus.
Here's the first one. What on earth
Hurricane
is
Rita
this?
2005.
No,
Oh no.
I think we're
I
that
don't
dumb.
see it.
Oh no.
What? Oh.
God's
God.
sake.
Yes.
It's in the northern hemisphere, obviously.
Thank me for this one.
Is that
Yes.
Oscar 2018?
Idris can't respond to this one because he did it. No,
Leslie, 2018.
no. Keep guessing. Keep guessing till someone gets the right answer. And I'll say
Ophelia,
19.
2017.
Bastion
No.
2019.
No, man, absolutely not.
Okay, that's Puerto Rico there in the bottom left
Not
corner.
Pablo
So this isn't the
either.
Atlantic.
Not Vince.
I'm going to go out on a limb, say Delta 2005.
That was guessed early on for one of the viewers. It's not the right answer.
Zeta
Alright.
2005.
That also just came out too. It's not that.
Yep. Epsilon.
Correct. It's Epsilon.
Oh my god, I got
Yeah.
one!
Strat got the
knew it was gonna be
fortuitous
one
one
of those
right.
three.
Yes!
The Strat is
Wait,
so
Strat
happy
got an
that he got one
answer?
right.
Yes!
Upsilon is something completely different.
Oh dear, why did I give Strat a point?
You gave Strat a point. Just a minute, I'm trying to get things. Oh, things aren't working very well here. Oh look, there's a nice little thing. Okay, guess the Storm team versus viewers. That's what I was waiting to get. Sorry
Oh, that
about
was
that.
exciting. That was very exciting.
Yes, because you got 1 point. Well done, Strat.
It missed me. You missed me dabbing a lot, dude. I was very.
You were
excited
dabbing.
about
I'm sorry,
that.
I
Yeah.
can't shift very quickly now from this to that. Oh, everything's
Strat
going
has
all
to
over.
say.
the
You don't
place.
to shift.
There you go.
Amazing.
So, team 1, viewers nil, I'm afraid to say. So, that's a bad start. And
Okay.
That's a good start. What are you talking about?
well, at least for the, I'm trying to sympathise with the viewers.
What?
We'll get the
Don't
next one up
sympathise with
shortly.
them.
I will get quicker at this. Don't you worry. Should
Look-
we do the second one from? No, let's not do that
Yes.
one, Gideon.
I got one I sent you earlier, Nathan. I think it's pretty good.
Okay, what has
Stop it,
Strat
Ian.
sent me? That
also,
no,
I
I'm
will
not
say-
doing that.
Come
That's
on,
not the right
come on, use
kind
it.
of thing to do.
Is
Come on,
it
you
the
gotta
E
use it.
specific?
No.
I sent
You
you
got
Is
it.
it the-
We're
Is it
gonna
the
go
East
with
Pacific?
one that's been sent in by Jesse, and here it is. So, if anyone knows the identity of this storm,
Bertha?
call your local police station. No.
Oh, that's definitely not Bertha. Oh, I
Really
think
just
I
doing
recognize that look. I think I
Delta.
I
No. What?
It
Delta
reminds
never
me-
looked that good.
No.
Ophelia.
reminds me of
No.
David 1979, but
It
obviously
has a
not.
it has a pinhole eye.
Bit of one, yeah.
Kiko.
No. Interesting guesses coming out. Very diverse.
Matthew 2016.
No, it's not Matthew.
No.
Keiko
I'm
I'm trying to
my
remember
goodness,
what the
the
name.
amount of
I'm
guesses
trying to
coming
remember
in.
what the name of that storm was.
I mean, if
Maria,
it's, I don't know
2005.
if it's the Atlantic. That's the thing.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you straight off the bat because it's going to take ages otherwise. It's in the East Pacific.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Well,
I know.
luck.
I know what storm it is. I just don't remember the name of it.
Wait, Walaka
Olivia.
2018.
Ignacio?
Nothing's coming yet. That's the right
God.
answer. So let's keep
Olivia.
going. No.
What was the name of
And we
that
want- we want
January
the,
Cat 2?
Polly
Seymour.
2016
Okay, when you say
is the
Eastern
one I
Pacific,
think you were
are you
thinking of,
including
Devon.
the Central
Someone just said
Pacific?
that, and it's not that. We want the name and the
It's
year.
not Polly. Okay.
When you say Eastern Pacific, are you including the Central Pacific, or is it just the east
It's
of
an
140
Eastern
degrees?
Pacific name.
That
Willow
okay.
2018?
All right.
I want to
Willow.
say Olaf
So-
2015, but no, it's probably not right.
Nope.
Bud.
I'm not your bud, Strat.
Karina 2014.
Nope.
Aletta?
Aletta?
What year, Scott?
Yeah, Aletta.
No.
Clearly.
Aletta 2018?
A lot of people just said Aletta 2018.
Yeah,
That
because
is
they
wrong.
hear us guessing and they repeat it constantly in the
No,
chat after.
they've got a delay, Strat. They won't hear you till around
Well,
now.
no, we're on ultra low latency, so they can hear us near instantly.
Is it near instant now?
Yeah, because we have
Really?
ultra low latency on as a
Is
setting
that
or something.
true? I
Yes.
didn't know this. I thought we had a 15-second delay still.
No.
We always used to have a
You
15 and a
ha-
half second delay. Anyway, keep going guessing. I've not had the correct answer yet.
Oh my god. You got any idea on this one, Tanya?
0.
Okay, the storm's name is Zero.
Oh, you're right about that. We've now only got a lag of 4.5 seconds. Wow, that's good.
Hey Nathan, can we have a decade the storm happened in?
This storm happened in the 1980s.
Oh crap.
Oh, this is back with like the millennial base. Get out of
It's an
here.
extremely. It looks like an extremely low latitude system.
I feel like I want to say Ava, but I do not know what year
I
that
could tell
is.
you. I could tell you this looks like an extremely low latitude system, but I don't know East Pacific in the 80s at all. Good luck with this, folks.
Did Olivia
Nope.
happen
I
in
know
the
some
80s?
80s storm.
It was acceptable in the 80s.
Is this at peak?
I don't know. I just get given them.
I'm gonna guess it's at peak.
Okay, fair enough.
Ah, this is intriguing.
I just want to check something. So just hold on to your guesses, viewers, for a minute, because I'm not looking. I'm just checking. This name is still in use.
Oh.
Oh. Alright, so it's
Let's
gonna
go
be on
from
one
list 1,
Keep
list
guessing.
2, list 3,
Actually,
list
I
4,
think I
list
might have
5.
it.
Go on.
Is this John 1982?
No, it's not.
Alright.
Javier, 1980.
That was just
Alright,
guessed
you
by
guys, we gotta go
Hopi.
quick because the viewers are gonna go on to Wikipedia and just go through the 6 naming
I
lists and just start
know,
spamming
I
off
know.
names. It's probably something really early in the
Speed
year or
up.
really late in the year, I presume.
We don't know, Strat. We don't.
I said I presume.
It's Cell.
Nope, the viewers are getting closer. They're not there yet. Come on,
Oh
team.
wait, is it ISIS?
No.
ISIS is not a name anymore.
Was
Oh wait, it isn't a name anymore. Oh god.
It was.
What? What category?
I'm not gonna even try.
Was this? Was
Yeah,
this
I just don't. Daniel.
No.
Oh.
Someone said Cole.
Julia.
No, not Julia.
Oh, this is rough. This is insane though.
Katrina Victor Cindy.
Marie.
No, not
I'm
Marie.
stumped.
Just a minute, guys. Just stop a minute again, viewers. I just need to take a look and fact check on one of these things.
Is it like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I
form?
can tell you that this was, according to the National Hurricane Center, a Category 1.
What?
Look, I'm just saying
And
based on
Akukili
citation.
YT has just got the right answer.
Okay,
It's
not
Hurricane
gonna try.
Orlean in 1986.
Oh.
Correct.
Crap.
Dang. That's gonna be it's gonna be
Damn,
crazy for you to go
damn,
through like all this in the chat though, because this is the most active guess the storm in terms of viewers.
Oh,
like,
he has
ever.
arrived.
What?
He has
And
I
there's
moved
so
him in
many.
here. I
We're
moved
gonna
Cooper
win
in
now.
here.
God has
I'll
arrived.
take-
Your secret weapon.
Cooper's
I'll
arrived,
take
has he?
storm names I've never heard of
Yes.
for 200, Nathan.
What?
We had our carve up the sleeve and now it's here.
Cooper, you here? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. He's on
He's
mute.
here. He's on mute. Cooper, I'm going to go for your first storm, okay? So,
Oh, no.
the first one that you've sent in.
Doesn't bode well.
So,
I moved him in here so he might not be.
here it comes. Just going to get it. Sorry about this, folks. Here it is. What on earth could this be?
I've got absolutely no idea, Nathan.
No.
I think that's in the Atlantic.
That's obviously in the Atlantic. That's obviously in the
I
Atlantic.
don't know actually.
Igor.
What?
Debbie, 1960s.
I see it's been yellow. It's definitely Atlantic.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say
what
Ella
in-
1978.
Gotta give us a year, everyone. No, that was not the right answer.
What year was Debbie?
A lot of
Maybe.
years.
Ooh, it's
Gonu of
1995.
2007.
No.
Debbie was
Who is
1992. If you were talking about
1995?
this before.
No.
I think that's Puerto Rico at the very bottom, or Hispaniola. So
Yes. And Bahamas too.
I don't see any of that in this.
Is this
Gladys,
Omar of
1975.
No.
Oh, Jesus! What was that storm from '99?
Oh,
Cindy?
Cindy?
Tons
Brett?
of guesses coming in. No right
Yeah.
answers
Brett-
yet.
Hurricane
Brett-
Gert of '99.
No. We may have had the
Oh,
right
boy.
answer, but they didn't put it in one comment. So I'm not sure if it was the
Oh,
same
wait.
person or not.
I need to find this.
Alright, host, just get the chat open quick.
There might have been two
Is this
different people.
Maria,
or something.
Jeez. Let's see here. Hurricane Louise. No, that was too far south.
Lenny, 1999?
No, that's
Julia,
way too far south.
2010.
No. Does that look like 2010 to you?
Absolutely.
not. I feel
Erica,
like-
1997.
Definitely not.
Is this Julia 2010?
No, it certainly isn't. Good God.
Julia, 2004.
Let's see here.
Oh, wait, that wasn't there in 2004.
What was that useless storm in 2000 that was in the middle of nowhere?
Maybe.
Alberta?
No,
Isaac?
the other one.
Harvey 1981.
Isaac 2000.
18. Maybe
Isaac.
less.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Nope.
Miriam of 1988.
There is loads of stuff coming in, so if I don't acknowledge you, I'm just listening out and looking out for the right answer.
Is it not Miriam?
No.
Damn it!
There it is.
It's-
Hurricane
No,
Tim has
Renzo,
got the right
1982.
answer. Debbie in 1982 is the correct answer.
Oh.
I knew
Debbie,
it was Debbie.
1982.
Oh, this is sad.
Dang it.
We're
And that
falling
goes
apart
to
here
the
pretty
viewers.
quick.
Falling apart.
We
pretty
had a
quick.
lot of
It's only
time.
2-1.
I knew
Well,
it
yeah,
was
there is only
Debbie.
45
I
minutes.
mean,
That's
I'm
true.
pretty sure I said it, but we'll give it to the viewers, I guess.
You're
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure you
right,
said
that
it. I'm
was-
sorry.
You see
we
how
couldn't
bad I
hear.
am at this?
Devin, you're incredible at this. Do not sell yourself short. We're going to win. We're going to come back from this.
Hey, I was
who should we
talking.
go
I was
for
talking.
next?
I was talking to Tanya here.
All right.
And I heard your
let's
negativity. I wanted to give us
with-
new confidence.
Shut up, Strat. Just for a minute.
Hey, hey, we don't got to talk like that.
Okay, here's one for you. Another one that's been sent in by Geed. So,
Oh dear.
Of course, we're losing another person down.
here's the question. What on earth is this?
Uh,
Looks awful.
92L,
90?
2020.
I think that's something. Oh, Bertha, 2019.
That's going to be.
Turtle.
That's going to be Tropical
Bertha
Storm Anna of 2015.
Luke just said Bertha 2019 and got it
Oh,
wrong.
no!
And everyone else said Bertha 2020 and got it right.
No!
So
God
it's
dang it, Luke!
Team 1
No.
versus 3.
No!
Luke, you
Oh,
let it
no.
all down.
No!
All right. So this
Luke,
was.
man.
So this was. So if I understand this correctly, this was Tropical Storm 2 of 2020.
Oh, shut up. Now, let's go with the other Geedrius one, because he sent in an excellent one. Ascat Hell.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
This is
You can already tell
wonderful.
it's good from what he calls it.
Ascat Hell is here. There
Okay.
it is.
All right.
I swear if I
Tropical
say that
Storm
wrong-
Amanda 2020.
No. Not that easy.
Where is this? Okay, can you give us a location
Not yet.
so we at least?
can
Well,
see
look at the
coordinates.
latitude and look at the.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
we
that
can't see
seems
the
to be in-
longitude. We can see the latitude.
It's
I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can see
in
the
the
longitude,
EPAC
not the
from-
latitude.
Yeah.
It's in the EPAC from what it's worth.
Yeah, what
No,
is
that-
this? Negative
that's Westpac.
114?
That's Westpac.
I think it
No,
is.
that's
Westpac.
negative 114. So that's 114 west, not 114
Wait, no,
east.
actually, it is East Pacific because I
That
can
is
see
EPAC, actually.
Mexico. I can see Mexico on the top.
Ooh, good catch.
Right.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the ASCAT.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
now,
negative
we're-
114.
This
That's
is
114
ASCAT.
west. So
These pack.
I highly doubt it's.
Jesus.
Wait, it might be actually be a strong term.
It could be
I think
anything.
it's Velocity 2019.
No.
I
Alright.
should think of this.
This is
People saying
chaos.
Patricia. Come on.
Yeah, that's
you got more
That's no, that's
imagination
not
than
even
that.
close to
Yeah.
where Patricia was.
You gotta
Is
have
this
more
a named
imagination.
storm, Nathan?
Sorry?
This is a named storm.
Of course it is. We don't allow non-named storms. The right answer's coming
John
by America tracking 1925, Alvin of 2019.
Oh god.
Oh Jesus!
All right, boy, I sent you.
I was
a
about to guess Hurricane Patricia of 2009.
Oh,
It's
wow.
either I get the right
Alright.
You
year
could even
or I
remember
get the
that
right
one.
name. I
Alright.
don't get the
Boy.
right together.
Boy, I sent you an image that's actually usable. You
Oh,
should probably
Is it
God.
the
check
East
it out.
Pacific
Wow.
No, it's not.
Strat.
Strat?
Yeah.
I need you, and if anyone is sending in ones to me, can you please censor your message because it shows through
alright.
because the image isn't big enough.
Okay,
I just
I'll
use
send it again.
spoilers.
Oh, there you go. You know what it is. You know what it is.
I can't. I've already forgotten Strat. That's how stressed I am tonight.
Oh god.
So we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's now get a different one from. Yes, looks like we can use this one from Nova Plays, who sends in this. What on earth is this?
Can someone DM me a HERSAT image link?
Got it. Virgil 1990.
I beg your pardon?
Ooh, I know this one. Hold on,
what did that other person say? Who was that?
Virgil
Virgil
1992.
1992.
Who is that who said it as well as Geed? It is the right answer, and you got
It
that.
was
I think it
Madeline.
was Cooper.
It was Cooper. Cooper got it right. It was Virgil.
Our secret
Alright.
weapon.
Boy, tell me when to delete this message. I can do it whenever.
Well, it's not about deleting it. There's a censor option on Discord, and I can't remember how you do it now. But okay,
I
we'll
like
do
the
it. We'll do
message
it that
is
way.
it's
All
the
right.
Box on the far right.
Thank you. Here we go. Team 2, viewers 4. What on earth's this from Strat?
Oh, for God's sake, Strat.
That
No.
looks disgusting.
Idiot.
That is a disgusting looking
And
storm.
of course
Oh,
it's
that'll
Pacific
be
Accord.
Tropical
For
Storm
God's
Jose
sake,
of
Strat, what are you
2010.
doing?
Incorrect.
10.
2010?
That's not right.
Would have been 11.
Like, seriously, Strat, come on.
Oh yeah, Tropical Storm Jose of 2011. I apologize.
That's not right either.
Okay. Tropical Storm Lee of 2005.
No.
No.
Let's see here. What else? Tropical Storm Dorian 2010.
It looks
No.
like it's in the East Pacific, actually.
I don't know about
Wow,
that.
these
It might
ones
be.
not right.
Strat, will you not do that? You're terrible.
It
at
might
hosting.
be. That might be Panama there to the northeast.
Strat,
What happened
just
with Strat?
be quiet. Please.
I'm loud.
And that's the problem.
Oh my God, that is in the East Pack because Jesus.
I'm loud. I'm telling people to like
Okay.
and subscribe, and I'm giving
Unless
the best
that's-
storms for Guess the Storm.
Right.
Is
I,
this
I
Amelia
sent one.
2019?
I sent one to you.
No, could you at least tell us, Strat, whether
Wait.
this was at peak or not?
Hova?
I have
Is it
no idea.
You've got
Chova?
no idea. That's typical of you.
Chova 2017.
No.
No.
Oh,
There we
it's just
go.
so annoying how he revels in all of
There we
this.
go.
I'm gonna say Gil 2019.
Wait, is
No.
this Eric like the Eric 2019 for like the Remnants, something like that?
No.
Could be Henriette 2019. I feel like it's 2019 because
I
like
feel like it's the remnants of a system. It's just
Strat, do you want to
like-
give him a clue? Because we're already 23 minutes past the hour. Typically
Is in the
struggle.
first half of the first decade of the 2000s.
Oh my.
Thank you,
that's quite
Strat,
a
for
clue.
this very,
That's quite a
very,
clue there.
very.
Daniel 2006.
No.
Daniel 2000.
No.
Looks to be a week.
Someone has put in the chat very Sister
Um,
Barista, and I do appreciate that, but that is not correct either.
Is this Fabio 2000?
No, it's
No.
not. It's not.
Wikipedia that.
I'm
Guess
really
it's
good.
coming
No,
in,
you get
Giselle.
the worst forgettable storms I've ever seen.
Hey, this is a
Pretty
very memorable
much, yeah.
storm. Look at how beautiful it looks.
I'm sure
Look
it
at the
is,
satellite
yeah.
imagery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strat.
It's not Strat, for God's sake.
It's
Someone just
memorable
said
for
tropical
being
low
awful.
start.
TS Strat is. It's not COVID.
Oh,
No.
goodness sake.
Storm.
It's not
Any
born
ideas?
since 2002. It's not
I don't know.
called
Looks
2000.
like garbage.
It's not garbage.
Strat.
Christy?
Tropical.
Not Christy.
No,
Strat.
it's not going to be Karina because she said first half of the 2000s.
It's not Kilo
Christy,
2003.
2000.
Still no
2002?
right answers.
Just people just say bruh in the chat.
Yes, it's Bruh 2001.
That's not correct
Is
though.
this Kevin 2003?
No, but I will say this.
A few people
I
are getting
will
rather
say this to
close.
get everyone more excited. 2003 is the correct year.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Nope, I cannot.
So it's
Is
the
this Andres
2015
2003?
naming.
No.
Tropical Storm Patricia 2003.
Will you please
Nah.
hurry up?
Dolores 2003.
No.
No, but you guys gotta go quick before they just go down the name and let me get it.
Agus,
2003.
Agus,
Wait, who? Someone said something? Say it again.
Enrique.
2003.
Agus.
No.
2003.
Someone said. Wait. Okay, one at a time. Go quick.
Enrique.
No.
No,
Have you said? The name.
Still hasn't been said anywhere.
it's not.
Yeah,
Malaysia 2003.
I have no clue. Again, East
No.
Pacific.
Nope.
Come on,
Ah,
someone.
come on.
I'm not.
Still
And
hasn't
even-
come
Hilda
out. As a
doesn't
matter of
agree.
time.
It is Hilda. You got it.
Who said that?
I
said
did.
Hilda.
Ethan did. Someone else did. Bunch of people did.
The
They're all
team
in-
got it.
All in the team anyway. I didn't see
I
any
sent
viewers do
you.
it for a while, so Team 3 viewers 4 getting interesting.
Let's go.
I sent you one, Nathan. I think you'll
Don't
like
do
it.
any by Strat anymore, please.
Yeah, I think we've learned our lessons.
But that was
Nathan,
so good.
Nathan,
Come on,
thank
that was
you.
amazing.
Nathan,
There
Jason,
was vigorous competition between the chat and the team as the range of possibilities got narrowed down
Vigorous
more and more.
competition.
Strat.
Oh,
Vigorous.
Quiet. Oh, that's a good one, Luke. I like that. I like that a
oh, by
lot.
the way, a question, Ethan. Should I send some more asked ones?
No.
And it's Wikipedia proof.
I suppose it is. Here's one from Luke then, and it's on the screen now, so apart from Luke, what on earth is this? People want easy
Jaguar
ones.
2019.
Harvey,
Definitely Jaguar.
2017.
No.
Dawn or Brett of 2017?
No.
Maria
Is it-
2017.
All right, I'm out. I tap
No.
out.
Is this
18 maybe?
Joan 1998?
No.
It's
88.
very low latitude.
Oh, that'll be Tropical Storm Brett
Oh,
93.
someone got it right. Someone got it right in
Who
the
got it right?
chat.
Who got it right? Oh,
Uh,
Bioli 300. It is Hurricane Emily.
Of which year?
2005.
2005.
Well, it's not a
Oh,
hurricane there, but I mean. Team 3, viewers 5, and we are halfway through this section. So, still all to play for as we continue this fantastic episode of Guess the Storm. Maybe.
Maybe?
This is one that was sent in by America Tracking. Actually, no, can we use it? Yes, I can get that. Just about. What is this?
Let's find out. Oh dear, that's the tropical depression on the exercise. It's patina.
It does look a bit like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I get that. There we go. All right, can I get like
Oh,
3
It's
points for that?
Isaac 2000. Isaac 2000.
1999.
Got
Hurricane
it.
Maria
Arlene
or-
1980.
Oh, you weren't quick enough. Hurricane Maria already got the right answer. It is Hurricane Arlene of 1981. Viewers get
What are
the
you
6
talking about?
points
That's
now.
patina. What are you
And
talking about?
No, it's not.
Bettina.
Bettina.
Oh, as Ethan would say, no, it's not.
Like, it's
Anyway,
right next.
moving
It's
on.
right next
No,
to
I
the Cayman
wouldn't.
Islands.
I
It's
would
like our
not do that.
exercise. I don't know why you're saying it's something else. Like, jeez.
It's Bettina, obviously.
No.
Quiet Strat.
And Strat's Hyper World.
Oh,
Bettina is a.
Devon, it's the text that I want you to censor, not the image.
Oh Jesus.
While Devin's getting that, that was bad. While Devin's I will remind everyone that they should totally hit the subscribe button
Shut
below.
up, Strat.
Okay,
You can if you
Strat.
want to,
I think
folks.
this is it.
You're supposed to
Okay.
encourage.
There you
you're not
go,
supposed to
Nathan.
discourage
All
that.
right, we'll get on to Devon's in a moment. First one
Nathan.
from Codemo. What? Did you want to say something
my
before
God.
we start? Girius?
Should I seriously search for ASCII images?
If you want to. Anyway, here is the next one that's been sent in by
You got
Codemo.
someone to unsubscribe.
Well done,
Oh,
Strap.
no.
Congratulations.
Oh no, I gotta get. Alright, what can I do to get you to resubscribe? Oh, wait, no, they've been subscribed for years. They're not just gonna stay unsubscribed. They're lying. Humberto.
Hurricane Dennis 1999.
No,
Hurricane. The year
Who's
of
it
that.
being 1984?
Hurricane Irene 1999.
What did Cooper say?
Josephine 1984.
And then that is a tie because Hurricane Maria said it at the same time. That is the right answer. Team 4, viewers 7 in that case, 1 point each.
What was the name of the storm?
That was Hurricane Josephine in 1984, which, a little bit of trivia for you, is one of the first Atlantic hurricanes to be captured on video, live video from space.
Oh,
Wow.
more you know.
Dun 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 dun.
Indeed. Indeed it is. In color. No
I know
less.
who Hurricane Maria is.
I should have got a bonus. Should have done a bonus point for that fact, shouldn't I? Never mind. If anyone could have told me. Let's go with Devon then. All right. What on earth could this be?
Oh,
think that
that's
looks
gonna
like
be
some-
that's. But it's Tropical Storm Bud of 2004.
She, of course, lags out instantly.
It didn't for me.
It's Bud 2004. That's what Devin said, right?
Yeah.
Bud
maybe
isn't
it's
in
not.
a 2004.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
Bud isn't in 2004.
Oh, that's sad.
It looks like
But it's not on the 2004 naming list.
We're waiting for the right answer.
Yes,
That's
let's
definitely
go,
the Atlantic or
people.
East Pack. Wait,
it
you
looks
can't even
like
see land.
it's
Okay,
above
Come on, team. Let's get going.
Honduras.
Come on.
you can't even
It
see
looks
land in
like-
this, and you're complaining about my stuff where you could see Panama clearly. Are you serious?
It was Panama. It's to the Baja California Peninsula.
Rena 2017?
How does
No.
it look
Now you
like
see,
the-
when I copied this, you could very clearly see the land in the image, but with Nathan getting it up, you can't see it.
It's a Metacane. It's got to be a Metacane.
So I don't
No,
know if you want to confirm it or not, Devon, but is that the Yucatan Peninsula there?
That is not the Yucatan Peninsula.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you right now that storm is located pretty much just off the coast of the border between South and North Carolina in that image.
Oh!
Oh, it's the Florida Panhandle down there that I'm looking at.
Yes,
Would it
that's the
be-
Florida
Oh,
Panhandle.
I can get it now. Yeah. Is
And
that,
this image is pretty zoomed out, so the Florida Panhandle is pretty much stretches to the bottom, and Maine is in the upper right-hand corner.
No way.
Bonnie. It's Bonnie.
No.
It is not Bonnie.
No, okay, no, this is like a huge. So this is probably was like a hurricane. It made landfall. It's weakening, unwinding, I'd assume.
I'm
Florida.
gonna go on a wild guess. Laura 2008.
Oof.
No. Devon, do you want
is
a
it-
clue
My
as to
ally
what the
is-
year is?
Yeah, so
Shall
this-
I want to say something about this, Devon. This is a year that is a good analog with 2020.
1990?
Yeah, I was about to say
1995. Oh, that limits it. Yikes!
Well,
but
not
I don't know any of the storms
necessarily.
that formed that year.
There's 8 good analogs for 2020 right now.
I know the two best ones.
Is this
because you
Felix,
talked them.
1995?
No.
Allison 90.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, thank you for
That
that.
that is Hurricane Allison of 1995.
Team's coming in
Why
clutch.
did you guys jump at 1995? There's plenty of other analogs I've been talking
Because
about.
you said it was
Because you
the
1980,
said that one in like
excellent.
an 1800 year were the two favorites.
said it was
for you.
1979.
You said 1995 was an excellent analog.
Yeah, but I said it was
So-
one of the good analogs to this year. It could have been any of the 8 that I've
You
mentioned.
said it was a best. You
2010's
said it
a
was the
decent
best.
analog. Yes, but it doesn't mean that this storm was.
Also,
it happened to be this time.
it
but-
looks pretty like it looks like 90s imagery.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
We'll
like
say,
it's new imagery.
I do appreciate the
Okay.
chat
Well, that's
pouring
because
in
it's
messages guessing the
that's
storm
because it's
correctly after we've had it
first
guessed
half.
correct for a good minute. I do appreciate that.
People are sending in an enormous amount of images, so much so we will not have a hope of keeping up, I'm sorry to tell you. One that's been sent in by King Lucarius, which is rather interesting indeed.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting indeed. Very old times. What on earth?
It's interesting because it's
is
not in crisis.
This.
It's your face on the left side of the screen.
It is my face on the left side of the screen.
And now there's a merc
Oh
on the
my
left side of the screen.
god.
Oh no.
Oh,
that's
that's
specific for the Atlantic, probably.
Lucarius,
Hurricane
why?
Betsy 1965.
No.
It's Atlantic, it looks
Hurricane
like
Beulah
it.
1967.
Nova Plays gets the right answer. It is Hilda in 1964.
Hilda's been around that long?
Say that. I was just about to
Hilda's
say that.
getting on.
Hilda's getting
Someone
on in
said
years.
Getting on in years.
Someone said Hilda. Someone said Camille.
Oh, well, I suppose in the circumstances, not a bad guess.
Still.
Deidrius with more ASCAT hell. This is hilarious.
Deidrius?
Oh, please.
This is hilarious.
Deidrius, stop.
We're
No
showing
more
this
ASCAT,
one.
it's torture.
We're showing this one.
Stop.
What on earth is
Nathan, I'm scared.
How are we supposed to... Okay, all we can see is that it's at
Oh,
minus 125 degrees. So this is in the East Pac.
Wow, you're worse than
No,
Stratman.
it's either in the Central Pacific.
No, because
or
look, it's
the
minus
Eastern.
126 and minus 123, so it's in the East Pac.
How are we gonna
Oh, wait,
get
it's-
that?
But I don't know the
That's a
I don't know the latitude because it's cut off on the image.
It's a good question.
And there's
How
no
do we get
land
that?
areas.
Alright, how are you complaining about my stuff?
Tropical
Alright?
Archive just said, I like it when Strat squeaks.
Oh,
No, look. Why are you complaining when
Tropical
I give a
Cyclone
storm
100
that
says it's the great floppy disk of 1423.
That's correct.
My God.
No, but it's like, you know, I give a storm a high-res image with land visible, identifying the basin. Oh, ban strat, cook strat.
Wait, we can't see the left side of the
ASCAT,
image. Can
no
we see
land
the left
visible,
side of the
just
image?
the
Sorry, not in my
longitude,
configuration,
no
I'm
latitude.
afraid.
No
There's nothing
latitude
level.
visible.
Is
and
there
this is
a land
fine.
area in the
All
left-hand
right,
side?
shall we just go off the cuff here and just tell you that this storm name begins with the letter. Ready for it?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna burst out with all these letters. It begins with the letter G. Go.
Garrett.
Gregory.
No.
Good.
Greg, 1999.
No.
Someone said
Yeah.
Hurricane Elmo.
We want a year as well.
Greg,
George Jet of
2017.
1980.
Oh.
Did someone say
Right
glossy?
answer just came. Oh my goodness me! Ton of comments.
Gil.
The right answers came
Gil.
in on the viewers section. It is Gil in 2019.
Suddenly everyone knows the
Oh,
answer.
this is very upsetting.
Team
Someone
5,
said
viewers 9,
glossy.
with 20 minutes to go. 23 minutes until our hurricane season updated forecast comes out live. So that's going to be very interesting.
Nathan's gonna have to get outside.
My God.
Someone is excited that they got the answer
More
correct.
people
in
are
the
sending in ASCAT. I don't think we're going to do any more ASCAT.
Yeah, let's
It
not. do
takes
that.
up too much time.
From popular demand.
Alright, I'm gonna do one normal one then.
Hey, the Force 13 cats come in here.
Here's another one from Devon whilst he goes on about that.
Duncan. Is it Hurricane Duncan from the year 2024?
Yes.
2024?
You got it. You got it right on the first try.
I know, I know.
2025.
This has got to be like the West Pack or something.
He's now vacated the room.
Noru.
No.
2017, right?
I'm
Why are you
guessing if
laughing?
it can complete that ring
Why-
and open its eye, I'm guessing it would be a cat.
Why are you laughing?
Because nuts.
You two.
Watch it
It's
just
Not
be
in
like
the West Pacific.
Oh
Please
no.
stop.
Is it in the Arabian Sea?
Shut up, dog.
I will,
just called
I'll
you a
tell you
dog.
guys because
No, he's
land
talking to
is,
his own dog. He's not talking to me.
Shut
I don't know.
up,
I'll tell you
dog.
guys because land is hard to identify here. This storm is in the Atlantic.
Ah.
Oh, it is.
Gilbert 1980.
Florence first Cat 4 stage 2018.
No,
Gotta be it.
I've not heard the right answer
Gilbert's
yet.
1988.
Is it Isabel?
No.
20.
Yes, definitely Isabel of 2011.
Who said that?
What?
Is this
Alright,
Isidore?
Isabel 2004.
What?
Would it be Joan?
We're getting dumber and dumber here.
It's not Joan.
Ivan! There's a storm called Ivan, Strat. I would like you to know it.
Ivan,
That's
I don't
going
really
in
know
the
much.
blooper
I don't
reel.
really know much.
That's going in the blooper reel.
My Epsilon one was just a lucky guess. I'll be honest with you.
It's gone downhill from there, hasn't it?
It really has. I was so proud. I was dabbing. I was pumping my fists.
At least you
gone
didn't
chaos.
do Birth of 2019, Strat.
I did Kananga 2018.
Yes, we don't
All
even
right,
own it.
so this storm occurred in Atlantic hurricane season that had had 15 named storms or greater.
Oh.
Auto 2016?
No.
Gabriel,
That is definitely
1989.
not Otto.
No.
Opal,
Probably
1995.
No.
Julia 2010.
Florence 2018.
Oh no, it's not either of them.
What was the
Julia
2010 one close?
2004.
Strat,
Wait, no.
stop thinking about it. Just keep
What?
guessing.
Julia 2004?
Oh wait, I'm confusing
I
my
believe
years.
you're looking for Jean 2004, and no.
Carl,
Oh my
2004.
god.
Jose 2017.
No.
How can it be Debbie of 1969? For God's sake.
What? There wasn't any Borat back then. I'm just gonna say that.
Carl
No.
2010?
No.
No.
There's a
Why?
storm.
Come on,
Earl,
guys. Cat 4.
2010.
This
Keith
Katia 2011.
That would be an East Pack storm.
I said Katia.
Oh, Katia. I thought you said Karina. Oh my god. No, not Katia.
How would Karina be in
Is it
2000?
Olivia the same year?
No, it's not.
Hurricane
This
Maria has
storm...
just got it right, Devon.
Oh,
Dang
who got
it,
it right?
H207.
Hurricane Maria, yet again, that's the third one they've got right.
Is it Michelle 2011? 2001?
Yes.
That is the right
Michelle-
answer, but Hurricane Maria was there first.
This is
Dang it.
upsetting.
Mate.
So now viewers have double the score of the team. It's 10 points to 5, with
This is not
probably
legitimate.
about 15 minutes to go before I have to scoot off.
This
Save
just
us.
isn't right. Let's be honest.
I've got
I'm
to
gonna
say,
say
I've
some
already got 8 or 9 or even 10 different ones that are coming through. It's just a whoa.
It's just not increasing. It's decreasing.
It's definitely increasing. Okay, what on earth is this? This is a decent one.
How is someone? Why is someone guessing Omar 2020?
February 1987.
Sorry?
February
Oh,
1987.
That is
Yeah.
the right answer. Well done.
Definitely Emily 1987.
Easily.
Dead ringer.
That's Emily,
Got
no
one.
matter which way you cut it.
Very Emily-like.
Definitely Emily.
That was
actually,
gonna be my
Erica of
guess immediately,
1997.
but I didn't see it get on
I
the
mean,
screen.
It looks like Emily from 2005, just in peeking at a different location.
Is Erica of 1997 wrong?
Yes. Erica
Okay,
in
now
1997 is always wrong.
here's one from Chaka that's been sent in to me, and we like these ones as well. It's a track diagram
Oh no.
of a storm.
no.
So, what
Ooh,
is this?
That is. Oh boy.
Westpac, hell.
That's
I
gonna
almost
be.
said-
Hell.
Ah,
This is
Yes,
definitely
that's
an early
gonna
season
be.
storm.
That's gonna be Cyclone Pam of 2015.
Wait, what? Dude, it's the Northern
Cyclone
Hemisphere.
Harold 2020.
Guys,
Oh my
it's hitting the
God.
Philippines. What are you guys
Well,
saying?
the right answer's already come
Oh
in.
wait, that's the Philippines. I
Prime
thought that was.
Minister Green and Purple. Bebinka in 2000 is the right answer. No idea how
gotta
you know
be
that
kidding me.
so quickly.
Because
but
they
okay.
look, Nathan. This is probably one of the first images possible to find on Wikipedia when you search up that season.
Is it?
I would assume so because
why
it's
would
probably
you-
an early season storm.
What? Because it's got the letter B at the beginning of it?
No, because of its origin location.
I don't. It could be just as.
I don't know
easily
when
late
the storm
season.
formed. I'm just guessing.
I can't remember, but
I'll Google it.
Wikipedia that, please.
I'm gonna Wikipedia this.
right.
Oh, try cheating.
Good luck with
Strat
that.
is going to use Wikipedia.
All right. Oh no, I lied. It was a late season storm. It was because
Yes,
it was a
late
Oh my
season.
god.
Okay, so
Thank
that's the
you.
beginning or late season storm location.
Here's another
alright?
one from Nova Plays, who's got one or two right himself tonight. Here is another storm. What on earth could this be?
That's in the
Someone
Atlantic.
says they edit
Sandy
Wikipedia.
2012.
No,
Chris 2012?
no,
Oh, Humberto 2019?
no.
Is this Oscar 2018?
Yes. And
It
Cooper
is?
said
Great
the
job,
same.
Ethan!
Cooper said
Great
the
job!
same. So that is a point for the team. Team 7, viewers 11. So the Heat's staying hot at the minute. If we can get a few quick ones in, we've got about 10 minutes. Let's see if we can go to our next one. Preston's been sending a few in, but I think they're just too difficult, man. I'm not sure people are going to get them very quickly. I want to try
Have
and
you
get
got mine,
some
Nathan?
quick ones. Oh, Gita has sent in one, but it's already been done. Ethan. Oh yes. Ethan sent
it
in
Rita?
one. I mean. Oh gosh. You've sent in 3, haven't you? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the first one then. What on earth is this?
The first storm?
Yep, the first one.
Should be pretty easy. Should be.
Lenny of
keyword.
1999.
Once I see
Should
it.
be.
What on earth could this be?
Oh wait, I can actually see some land. Wait, I think I know what this
Someone
could
said
be.
it's a comma.
That's going to be.
That is the right
that's
answer,
gonna-
Luke. I just about heard you before that comment came in from America Tracking, who would have got it
I
right.
thought I was either gonna be a fool for saying this or not, because I think I recognize that.
It is indeed Vong Fong of this year. Team 8, viewers 11,
Wow.
getting close.
I was
Come
gonna,
back.
I was
That
gonna
image
say
was actually
Typhoon Knock 10.
Alright, knock these through really quick, guys. We got like
Here's the second
5
one.
to 10 minutes.
Here's the second one from Ethan. What is it?
Ethan, you better have made it something really easy that we can get like on the drop of thumb. Oh no.
No, it
Oh dear.
Eleventh,
Leslie
2019.
2018.
isn't. No, whatever you guys said, it's not.
Earl
God.
2010?
No.
Igor of 2010.
No, sir.
Carl 2017? I think.
2016?
Cooper's enjoying himself. He's playing for the
Cooper
team,
got it.
I think, in the text.
Cooper got it.
He just said,
Super got it.
Walaka puts the team at
Walaka.
9, and that is the
Put
right
it in the
answer.
chat. You put it in the screen chat. You couldn't even put it. You couldn't even say it out loud here.
Oh,
I don't
dear.
even know,
Walaka.
but I mean,
Luke, you should have known that. You know
I
me.
know
Come
people.
Oh,
on.
yeah.
I know people
I
are sending
know
in
this.
tons.
Alright, where's a Rita? Where's a Rita? Just get a Rita
I
up
know
here
people
real
are
quick.
sending
We'll
in
get that.
tons of storms, but I can't get to them at the moment. We're running out of time, I'm afraid. All right, here's the final one from Ethan, which
I'm
will probably
sorry,
take the
Ethan.
rest of this stream.
Oh no!
What?
No, you can't. No, you
What
can't.
is
This
it?
is gonna be good.
We're down still.
If
Why?
we get this one in the
Why?
last entire stream, we win. Oh come on!
Okay,
These old
why do you?
storm
Okay,
editions, they
all right,
get
all right.
absolutely
Why do you
everyone.
complain about my stuff, you guys? Come on, like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
I'm gonna
Ryan
say.
Leahy just said it's Rita of 1972.
Wait, Leahy?
But it's not.
Leahy!
Hurricane.
Is
Where
that
have
the
you
real
been?
Leahy? We've been missing you, man. Sorry?
That is the real Leahy. Where has he been?
All right, this has got to be Westpac, right?
Hurricane Alpha 1974?
No.
Nope.
Richard 1978.
Am I even thinking of the right storm name? That Cat 5 from the 1970s in the East Pack?
No.
Is this the Westpac?
He says he's existing.
Ah.
It's not email. Okay, does it? All right, under exclamation point.
And
Does
then
this look like it's an image taken in 2019? Let's be straight up here for a second, my friend.
Yes.
What?
Ethan, can you please give us a clue?
This is in the Eastern Pacific.
Tropics Tracker just got it.
Of course it. What?
Really?
Yep. I think so.
Victoria.
All right,
Victoria,
1965.
1965.
So
That
I
the right
get
answer,
modern
Ethan?
nowhere storms, and we don't, and that's apparently enough to start a meme for the
Can-
past 2 years, and
Since
nowhere storms, but at the point where the photography is so bad that you can't even discern them is all right.
Team
Strat.
9, viewers 12.
So, guys, we're gonna lose because of this. We're gonna lose because of this.
So I can confirm
you.
that the team have now lost.
No, oh no.
So
All right, what's our?
now,
What, do we have a
we'll
punishment
just
for
show
losing?
some. Yeah, think of some punishments, guys. Now I'm going to show one for fun from Cooper himself. Here is
I have one
one. I mean,
punishment.
we'll still do the points, but what is this? Any ideas?
I see Baja California. So it's obviously in the
Hurricane
eastern Pacific.
Linda of 97.
No.
Is this Dolores of 2015?
No.
Help.
Rick of
Blanca
09?
2015?
Hurricane Tina 92.
No.
Could it be
Might be in the right ballpark at the minute. Emilia 94 was put in there. No.
Elida of 02?
No.
Hurricane Kiko of 93.
No, sir.
Hurricane Daniel 2006.
No.
Definitely not. I'm just naming off all the specific storm names that I know.
We've got some people really close and some people really far away.
Is it Willa
Hurricane-
2018?
No.
Hurricane Paulette 1997.
No.
Is this Hernana?
That would have been
2002?
Pauline anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Piero of 97?
Why did someone put
No.
Felix 2007? Someone put Felix 2000. Okay.
No.
That's literally
then-
that's Panama, right?
No.
that's Baja
No,
California.
it's Baja California. I said this earlier.
You keep getting them
Sorry, I was
confused.
making social media posts so I could
If
track that.
that was
that's a
Panama
common
on the top
excuse.
right-hand corner,
This would
this
be-
storm would be in the southern hemisphere.
Yes.
Nathan, did you
Yes,
say
it would
shilling our
be.
YouTube channel is a poor excuse to not hear something?
I just said that you saying that you doing social media and not realizing that that's the Baja California Peninsula and not Panama.
They are. They
Is-
are.
That definitely
Pretty poor
looks like
excuse.
Panama right there.
By the way, Will,
That-
okay,
the,
look, that little lake thing there, that looks like it's a lake for a second, kind of disturbed me, and it made me think it was Panama. Alright?
How
I
could it
can
be
see
below
that actually.
Panama?
I can actually see
No,
that
but-
what you're talking
Or
about
Costa Rica, you know?
How
like, look,
could it
someone
be
said Costa Rica in
below-
the
I
chat.
can actually see what you're talking about now. Yeah, I
How-
get it.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
how
too
could
By
it
the
be
way,
below
by the way,
People still
by
want
the way,
to cook
to push
strap.
out the criticism for like slightly longer, the updated forecast for the 2020 hurricane
Hey,
season
the right
is
answer's
in like 10
coming.
minutes.
Olivia, 1994.
Yeah, it's coming, so you gotta stay tuned for that.
So that's viewers 13 and team 9. That is it.
Wait,
Okay.
the team, they got it? Well, oh,
Yeah,
no.
the viewers 13, team 9. I'm going to walk away now because in 8 minutes I'll be outside with the latest hurricane season forecast. So, in the meanwhile, we're going to cross it over to the rest of our team who will talk amongst themselves for 8 minutes whilst we look at some random satellite imagery.
Yeah. We'll say first,
Okay.
I do want to ask everyone here and the chat what they think the updated forecast will say and their thoughts about the activity in the Atlantic this year.
Okay,
and
you
across
guys
the
can
whole
talk
world.
about the Atlantic hurricane season forecast. I'm gonna go get pizza.
Have a
Oh,
blast.
can you get a pizza Hot Pocket, man?
No, I'm
I
not
have
gonna
thought-
get any hot pockets. Hot pockets are disgusting. Also,
What is wrong with you?
I'm not doing
No.
product placements on Force 13, and Strat is being paid by Hot Pockets to say that they're delicious. Thank you.
I'm not. I just
Okay.
like them.
So I have a punishment for us.
Oh God, you get a punch.
Devin has to call Arthur and Bertha by their names for the rest of
Yes.
the year.
Yes. I agree.
Oh, that's cruel.
No, that's
Also,
fair.
Strat has to Photoshop himself getting cooked.
Getting okay. I already have a scar on my wrist from when I
Just
actually
Photoshop
cooked
the
myself a little
scar.
bit.
Just,
All right.
just Photoshop it.
Well, I mean, it's harder to see right now because I got really tan when I went like away to Mexico, so it's not really as visible now as it is when I'm not like tan at all. So, but I can try and like. Someone said that they're gonna steal Devin's pizza. Nathan's Club. That is a really, really mean thing to say.
Anyway,
Alright.
Steal
I
Devin's pizza? It's Devon's.
I
Yeah,
just like
don't steal his
to.
pizza.
I just like to talk about the potential area of interest that is Amanda right now that could develop in the Bay of Campeche.
That's
What do
a
you
good
guys think?
idea, Ethan.
Ooh, I think we're gonna. Are we gonna talk about it next hour too? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to talk
What
about
is
it
it?
now
I
because
don't
we're
know what
not.
the updated odds are right now. As of like the
I
8
mean,
p.m. update, that's gonna be like an
It's
hour. I think we're
40-50 at
50%.
this point. It's
Yeah, so
last I
40%.
50% in 5
saw,
days.
the HWRF model was calling for, I believe, a minimal hurricane out of it.
Yeah,
The
it looks like the
GFS.
consensus.
still
The
is.
consensus in general is that it'll form into probably at least a tropical storm to potentially a minimal hurricane. But there's still a lot of variance because it really depends on how the structure of, I think it's now remnants of Amanda, right? It's not actually a system anymore, it dissipated.
Right, the low level
Traverses over
circulation.
the mountainous regions. Yeah, NHC
Latest
downgraded to remnants.
latest HWRF model has it striking near Mobile as a minimal hurricane with a pressure of 978 millibars.
I
I
mean, a lot
think.
of it's going to depend on wet waveforms and how long it takes of it to actually organize into a system if it does so in the first
Well, the
place.
GFS has been performing really bad with this whole Central American gyre. So I mean, like, it's always good to look at them, but I don't think they're gonna be pretty right with this forecast.
Right.
I mean, what
I mean,
what I will say is that the European ensemble models, the whole ensemble, some of the models show, I think around 40% show a hurricane or at least a tropical storm in the Gulf. At
yeah,
least
I mean,
40%.
yeah, a lot of it's going to depend on where it forms and how long it takes to organize. That's basically the consensus. It's a wait and see. We got to wait for at least the the core of this disturbance to cross over into the Bay of Campeche before we can really get anything too solid on it. But it's still interesting to see how active this season has the potential to be. A lot of people are putting their
Having a look at
forecasts in the
the
chat. A lot of people calling for 19 or 21 storms. Those are like the two numbers that people are liking a lot.
Euro does form this system, but it forms it a lot later than all the other models. It forms it late next week, actually, on the
I don't think that's the
late in the
same
day on the 5th.
system. I don't
Actually,
think
no,
that's
yeah,
The GFS is more on board with that too now.
it's quite interesting how the Euro has it, because early on the 5th, it looks to become a tropical storm just on the coast of the Mexican border on the southern part of the Bay of Campeche. It reaches tropical storm intensity right there, and then moves northeast, and then it looks to strike the Florida Panhandle.
I mean, isn't it
The Florida.
weird?
No. You got to go out to the next day. That model has it moving into Texas, not Florida.
Wait, no, wait.
So that's 8 days out.
Isn't it quite funny that just a year ago we were having another we had another area of interest. I think that would go on to be 91L, and I think that was over the Yucatan, and that was gonna move into the Bay of Campeche.
Yeah.
But moving away from the tropics, I guess. I've been having a look at some of the models recently, and it appears likely that we'll be seeing some sort of prolonged damaging wind event across the northern Ohio Valley and the northern plains in the first week of June.
Interesting.
That is
Well,
definitely
2020 is just not the year for the world, you know.
That is not what I like to do.
Target
Ethan.
on December 31st. Target on December
really
31st. And this is actually true. Posted a tweet saying 2020, this is our year, and they deleted it 2 days ago.
That's lovely.
Wow.
Like, look, I'm not saying this year's. Look, this is definitely one of the worst years to be around.
It's the
I'll be
worst
honest.
year of the 21st century by
You know,
far.
we got a
Yeah.
pandemic, we got massive economic and social problems, but hey, we're still here all around in this amazing community, trying to just do what we do every day, regardless of that. You know, this could be 5:36, and we'd still be trucking along despite all the volcanic explosions and stuff. So, thank you to everyone, not only here on the team, but all the amazing viewers for showing support and being safe and healthy during these tumultuous times, to say the least. Ooh, 1 minute till the forecast, by the way, everybody. So It's gonna be exciting to see the update. I haven't even seen it myself. The graphics are gonna look maybe different. I have no idea, but we're gonna see updated keynotes, updated forecasts on storm numbers for total projections as well. So definitely stay tuned for that because we could be seeing some interesting changes in our forecast. A lot of people are putting in their own numbers now. Someone's saying 19 to 23. Someone's projecting that we will go with 15 storms. Someone's saying they reckon the UK will get a Category 2 hurricane.
Someone said they were
What?
gonna get. Someone said 3 Cat 5s, 11 major hurricanes, 12 to 15 hurricanes, and 19 to 23 named-storms. What?
All right. Look. There's only so far you can go, guys. Let's be honest here. Look, 11 major hurricanes is obscene. If you're gonna have a very active season, a lot of them are gonna be subtropical area systems.
What?
Okay, we got 10 seconds, guys. We're counting it down into this right now.
Personally, I'd forecast 19 storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 majors.
Sounds good.
More reasonable than 11 majors.
Hi.
But here we go for the forecast, guys.
Anticipated for quite a long time. The start of the Atlantic hurricane season is on the way, very shortly indeed. I don't think we need these glasses, do we? Let's put them aside, somewhere over here. It makes me look a lot less intellectual and a lot more down to earth, which I'd like to think that I am. Force 13 is about to issue its next batch of forecasts for the Northern Hemisphere, and there's quite a lot to tell you about, I suppose. Obviously, we've seen at least two tropical storms in the Atlantic already, and that was before the middle to end part of May when we had Bertha making landfall in the Carolinas. So that has obviously painted a different picture as to what we're going to see this year. There's a long way to go. Force 13, we are feeling confident now, not just in our forecast for the year, but in actually what we're going to achieve in terms of bringing to you the best forecasts that are hopefully available out there, and that's why we'd like to think you keep coming back to us each time. Anyway, I'm waffling far too much. Let me just grab all of my data and tell you what we've got on the way. Now, first of all, lots of things to remember. Not all of the predictions are going to be correct. There are going to be some incorrect predictions. There are going to be instances where we might have been right off the mark on one or two things. What I don't want to say pleased to say, but what I can tell you is that back on our April 11th forecast, we forecasted for a significant tropical cyclone impact for the West Bengal or Bangladesh area, and that of course came in the next 2 months, and that of course came in the form of Amphan. We also forecasted significant chances of typhoon activity in the Philippines, and that has already verified, although needless to say that is quite an easy one considering they do get on average 1 or 2 typhoons a year anyway. So let's tell you about what we're expecting beyond today. What you're about to see on the grass here are the numbers, the final totals for this year. So it includes all systems that we've had so far. Another interesting caveat that we've not seen in the previous update from April is that it's also going to include subtropical cyclones as well. So we are about to find out what the numbers are for the Atlantic again in 2020, now that we have more information and we can make a better judgment call on what we're going to expect. So the Atlantic hurricane season, we are now looking at, from our last forecast of 14, we are now looking at 19 further tropical storms or subtropical cyclones, which would bring the total up to 21 for the year 2020, which would include 10 hurricanes, 6 major hurricanes, and a big potential for particularly strong storms in the Atlantic, the potential for 1 or more Category 5s. We'll get onto that a little later. Eastern Pacific, our predictions have gone up modestly. 16 tropical storms we're now expecting, 9 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes in the eastern Pacific. In the western Pacific, we've also nudged the numbers up slightly again. We are expecting 29 more storms, which would bring the total to 30, 16 more typhoons, which would bring the total to 17, and 8 Category 3s, which after Vong Fong would bring us to 9. We're also expecting the possibility of Category 5s, of course, in the Western Pacific as well. We're expecting 2 in the year 2020. Alright, so, as we did last time, over on my board over here, somewhere out there in the world of CGI, we have the upcoming tracks and the key messages for the Atlantic hurricane season, which are the same yet different at the same time. There's a few things that have changed. As we said, we're now predicting 21, 10, 6. That's quite a change from what we had in our last update. That's because we've seen massive comparisons with other very active years, some of which pop to mind, not 2005, but we are looking at maybe a season such as 1995, or going way back, 1887, also drawing a lot of parallels in the main development region of the Atlantic. That's the area between Africa and the Caribbean, the main Atlantic region. We're looking at 2010 levels of activity there as well. Some of the weak points of the Atlantic this year are looking to be the Gulf Stream, which is interesting, so possibly decreased chances along the US East Coast of anything big. Also, the Northern Gulf looking a little bit, and Western Gulf looking weaker than usual this year. At the moment, that could change. So that is something else to point out. But on the whole, we are looking at the potential, and I would say quite a stark possibility of a long-tracking, intense Cape Verde type hurricane, or multiple, that will strike the Caribbean islands, the Lesser Antilles, possibly onto the Greater Antilles, and anything that moves through that area could end up going towards the United States, Gulf of Mexico, and obviously the country of Mexico. But I just want to add a few things onto that as well. Even though we are putting down a 60% chance of major hurricane activity near the Leeward Islands and the Bahamas up again this year, we're also looking at a 70% chance of major hurricane activity at the Greater Antilles. But on the Yucatan, along the coast of the US, all the way around from the Gulf to the northeast, we're looking at an average, and I hate to use that word because what does it really mean? Typical chances of hurricane activity. You might get it, you might not. It's the area that we have the least confidence on, unfortunately, and that happens to be one of the more important places with population densities. But what we are looking at is probably a bad year for the Caribbean islands, I'm afraid to say. We're also looking at quite a lot, by the looks of things, of recurving major hurricanes as well, ones that maybe get close to land, give us a bit of a scare, and then move out to sea. You may be thinking of particular seasons now, recalling from your mind 2010, 1995. Those two really make sense for 2020 so far. And also that the peak month of this season in the Atlantic now is probably going to be August, and getting towards late August into the first days of September will probably be the peak, and we are a bit concerned about a pronounced October secondary peak as well, which would mean, again, the Western Caribbean possibly under the gun. I wouldn't say a Wilma, but maybe something like a Paloma or some other cyclone like that, or indeed an Hurricane Iris in 2001. I swear I haven't been drinking. And that was a storm that made landfall as a Category 4, was a Category 4, made landfall as a major hurricane on the Yucatan Peninsula. Can't be ruled out. I think we've said enough about the Atlantic before I get in trouble the Eastern Pacific, there's not a huge amount to say. If we were to say that one of the best analogues was 2013, well, that tells you all you need to know. Although one of the other best analogues is 1999, another good analogue 1978. So a few seasons we're looking at in the Eastern Pacific for land. That doesn't mean particularly much because not that many storms in those years made catastrophic landfalls in, say, Mexico or in Hawaii. So it's looking optimistic for the Eastern Pacific. We're looking at around slightly above average, around the average mark for storm numbers. We are confident that there will be at least one long-tracking major hurricane that traverses from the Eastern Pacific through the Central Pacific, maybe even flirting with the Western Pacific. Think of storms like Dora or Hector, or which other ones did we have recently? Trying to think on my feet right now, but there have been quite a few that have gone through there. Maybe a John had an extreme case, but you get the idea. As for land impacts, the main area of concern is Baja California Sur, which looks quite likely at this stage to get a hurricane impact. I think we have it down at 70% or something like that for a hurricane impact. Quite high. Not so high actually, 40%, but an 80% chance of a tropical storm landfall on that peninsula. The rest of Mexico, average to below average chances of hurricane activity. Doesn't mean you won't get one, but the chances are somewhat low. I would say the biggest risk right now is early season risk near Guatemala and the other Central Caribbean countries, of which we're already seeing as this broadcast goes out. So let's take a look at the Western Pacific. There's a lot to talk about, I would think, in the Western Pacific this year. We've looked at loads of data on this. It's been a real headache actually. What we can say is that the chances seem to be going up for central parts of the Philippines. I said in the April forecast that the southern part of the Philippines in Mindanao weren't really a concern. We're a little bit worried that that's increasing a little bit now as we get later on into this season. Luzon is still an obvious point for a major typhoon landfall. That can't be ruled out in any way, shape or form. And also southern and central parts of Japan. Pretty confident that there will be at least one typhoon landfall in southern and central Japan, and many, many more on the Ryukyu Islands. Elsewhere, looking towards China, eastern China is hit and miss. There could be some major typhoons that get dangerously close to eastern China, but it looks like it might just avoid a major typhoon landfall. Can't rule it out. Taiwan looks like it's going to be very much under the gun in the northern half, more than a half chance of a significant typhoon landfall there. And looking towards the western parts, the South China Sea, towards Vietnam, generally around average conditions. You're probably seeing more tropical storm activity than anything else, and maybe a few weaker typhoons. Fingers crossed for not any strong ones. Hong Kong, always wary of a typhoon impact. Can't rule a category 1 or 2 out there this year either. The Mariana Islands, again, around average chances of significant typhoon impacts there. I wouldn't be particularly worried, but always wary and wondering, I suppose. But we'll be here on Force 13 with anything that does happen out there at any time. And even though we've had such a tumultuous year so far in 2020, our team are more dedicated than ever to bring you even better coverage. I hope it's already starting to show, and I hope that it will start to show even more when our first Tropical Weather Bulletin starts in almost only be about half an hour's time. I'm not clock watching, but you know, it's going to be a very fascinating season ahead everywhere. Everyone needs to be on their guard. Everyone's already having a difficult year. North Indian Ocean may not be finished by a long stretch either. We haven't really covered that there. There's not much really to change. Now before we go, I want to talk to you about a new system that's coming in on Force 13 as well, that you might be seeing more of in public. We're talking about this privately right now. It's for our team, it's for our operations schedule, and we thought you might like to know about how that works as well. So if you are seeing any references to this, we have now a a 6-tiered scale, effectively, of storm, of conditions, ratings, factoring in everything that's going on around there to give us a code. And if we have a certain colour code, then we are onto particular operations, and we're always looking for extra manpower. So if you do come across any of these are what they mean. So the quiet zone, really, the unclassified. That's what a lot of the recent invests have been, very unclassified. Nothing to worry about, nothing to really write home about at all. Then we go on to a code blue, a blue alert. That would be for some of the weaker storms, when they're making landfall, when tropical storms are impacting land generally, as a rule of thumb. We start to put up the updates a little bit, once or twice a day, depending on the status of the storm and the parameters, and we would go live for landfall streams. For instance, when we went live for Bertha, that was a code blue. A code yellow is the next step up. That's for slightly more serious cases. We had code yellow in the early stages of those major cyclones that we had in May, Bong Fong and Amphan. They were code yellow initially. So that's usually when we're forecasting something that's on the horizon that could be a problem. Then we go on to code orange. That's where things get pretty serious. At that point we're expected to do at least 1 hour of live coverage per day and several update videos on whatever the situation is bringing us. Don't forget, it could be for multiple cyclones all at once, so very busy times when we're on orange. We did that during Bong Fong. And finally red, which is effectively our 24/7 live streaming service. All hands to the pump, all hands on deck, everything going on. So we wanted to bring that to your attention, just in case we do make that public knowledge a little bit more frequently and visibly. And then when it's all over, the all clear, the green signal. That's what we all want. The green signal, there it is. All clear. That's what we'd like to see all the time. That is after a storm, and it remains in the green, all clear, until we have finished, closed the case on that storm. That may be when we've finished the track of video or something along those lines. Whenever we've managed to do everything to do with that storm and we can relax and close the case. It again goes from a green to back to unclassified, where there's nothing out there at all. And we can do whatever we like. So that's pretty much everything. I've been waffling a lot tonight. Don't really know what's up with me, and I really hope I'm not setting up a bad tone, a stumbling tone for the season. I hope you find our videos entertaining, charming, delightful even at times, or maybe comforting during those very serious times. And no matter what the world's going to throw at us in 2020, we will get through it, and we will be here no matter what happens. We've had all kinds of things happen already, that some of which you've seen on air, some of which you have not seen. That's happened behind the scenes in many of our members' lives, who have all been impacted by everything that's been going on in the last few months. Not just coronavirus, plenty of other things too. And of course, always seek official information if you are in whichever country, because we do have a massive international audience. And the launch of Force 13 Philippines on June the 15th, which I have to mention as well, because that's another thing that we are launching very soon here on Force 13. The Force 13 cat is also nearby, running away, and I think that's going to be the end of our broadcast. So we'll now go back to the team in the studio as we await the start of this Atlantic Hurricane season.
God, Nathan. Hold on. Hold on. All right, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I can't control that. I was unmuted. But a updated forecast from us, much more active than expected a month and a half ago, because of new analogs coming in, climatological reasons, and of course the 2 preseason storms, and almost a third. If yesterday really went crazy, fortunately, I guess if you want less active seasons, it didn't. So 21 storms is our Atlantic prediction now for the whole season, with the Eastern Pacific at 16 and the Western Pacific nudged up a bit to 30 as well. Elevated risk in the Atlantic for the Caribbean regions, lower risks now it seems for the potentially at least for the U.S. East Coast, although you still can't ever rule anything out. Like Nathan said live there, typical is kind of a hard term to accurately define when we're talking about risk levels compared to, let's say, a much higher than normal or much lower than normal expectations.
Woo, we're
I'm
back,
wondering what
Strat.
the
You can
chat-
rest
Oh,
now.
you're here.
You can rest.
Oh, great.
I'm really sorry. I saw the live output just as I was coming in here, and Strat was talking and no one.
No one could hear it. It just wasn't a thing.
That was lovely.
But
He deserved it. He deserved that.
Why did I deserve that? All right, look, I was just commentating on updated forecasts.
No, you're
I didn't
doing
deserve
okay. Yeah.
to be shunted. Yeah, but I am generally curious what the rest of the team and the chat is thinking about it as well. So if they want to tell us their opinions, start your message with Force 13 so it'll light up in orange, so I'll be able to see it while we're hearing what the team's talking about.
Getting chilly out there as well, I gotta tell you.
I think obviously you can just credit the updated forecast and the higher numbers to the addition of subtropical storms. That's obviously gonna boost your numbers. B, Bertha and Arthur, as he said before, and honestly, if it wasn't for Arthur and Bertha, we'd be seeing a 19-name storm season. What is what we would be predicting. And I think we're probably going to see something try to form in the Bay of Campeche sooner or later, coming this week, and that could bring some impacts to the U.S. But that still remains very uncertain at this point.
Yeah, I want to ask you that just to clarify, because the April forecast of 14 didn't include subtropical cyclone
That's
formations.
right.
Does this updated one include subtropical
Yes,
cyclones?
it does.
Or does it? Okay, so including subtropical cyclone formations, the forecast is for 21 named storms.
21 named storms, tropical or subtropical, or when NHC feel like it. We call.
Yeah. So, just to add a bit of context to it, the April one did not include subtropical cyclones in its forecast. So really, even though it said 14, it could have, easily been calling for at least a couple more than that.
maybe.
So it's not as drastic of a jump as it would seem from 14 to 21 in reality. It's not really that much.
Although not that many seasons have reached 21, we are really gaining confidence, especially me, because I compiled the forecast, but I don't know if you guys agree or not, but from what I've seen so far already, we are in the Atlantic in terms of ocean heat content, in terms of sea surface temperature anomalies, miles ahead of many other seasons in the areas where it matters, mainly the main development region. I'm thinking maybe saying 21, not all of them are gonna be massive hurricanes. A few of them will probably be weak tropical storms, but the main development region I think will be an extremely active breeding ground this year, the way it's going so far.
Well, yeah, and I do have some satellite imagery pulled up for remnants of Amanda.
More imagery.
Yep.
Poor old
Snap.
Amanda. You can see the northern side of it on our screen here, and there it is with Luke right now on the infrared channel. The visible will be leaving us shortly, actually. It's got less than an hour of daylight left.
Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty good when it was making landfall, but now it's just been ripped to shreds, and that's why they're calling it a remnant right at this moment.
Yep. It's going to be very interesting to see how this ends up moving potentially into the Bay of Campeche, because I know
Models have
we're
been
talking a lot about the
confused
models.
about this for days.
Yeah, and that makes it hard to forecast. And I think that's one of the reasons the NHC is only going with 50% for the next 5 days right now, because there's a spread now between, will this really go back out and stay over the Bay of Campeche, or will it retreat back into Mexico? It's going to be very dependent, at least for, the Atlantic areas with the Bay of Campeche northwards, how far north into the bay this goes and how organized it is, if at all, when it gets there, in terms of developing into a potentially new system in the Atlantic. So until we really get to that time point, it's not going to be really the exact time to be throwing out forecasts about, it's going to form on this day and go this direction and stuff, because not only are the models split on formation, they're also split on where this could even potentially go. There's splits from going back into Mexico all the way up to Texas or Florida. There's a massive range of solutions right now. So it'd be improper, really, to jump the gun at this point.
I'm sorry to tell everyone that we really invested a lot of energy into what we've already done on this stream so far. So, the countdown is... I don't know what we're going to do for the actual countdown itself. You can just... all of our team will holler, but we don't have... I don't think we've got the usual music, because we usually adapt it after New Year. With the New Year music. We adapt it for hurricane season, but I'm not sure if it still sounds Christmassy, and I'm worried about playing it.
Well, I mean, could we just have some... Does anyone have, like, a bell or a harmonica or something we can play, like, during the last couple minutes?
I have a viola.
Wait, hold on. I got a harmonica.
I got a viola.
No, Strat, don't.
I have a viola. We can do this makeshift band. We'll make it work.
Well, actually, no. We're not all out of tricks, actually, because fingers crossed. I've not heard from him. I've not been able to see, but Jason has been working extremely hard to develop us a automated streaming system, much like what he's done with the Earthquakes channel, which is spectacular. If you've not seen it yet. He's been working very hard on doing the same thing for hurricanes and trying to get it up by June 1st. So when we get to midnight UTC, which is now in 34 minutes, as you can see on that ticking clock down there, we will be able to see what Jason's come up with. He's probably more nervous than I am. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know what he's got. It could be nothing.
Hey, it's going to be brilliant.
I know he's definitely got what I've got on my left bar right now. He's definitely got that. I don't know if he's got anything else.
It's going to be extraordinary. Don't doubt it for a second.
Well, let's hope so.
But, I mean, if we're concerned about not having enough things in the last 30 minutes because we've had
we're not really
of...
concerned about that. There's I'm sure there's plenty of people who've got questions, and now's a perfect time to ask more questions, and not just about what we've just seen. If you did miss it, we came out with our latest projections of 21 Atlantic storms, named storms this year, either tropical or subtropical, 10 hurricanes, 6 majors. And in the Eastern Pacific, 16 storms. In the Western Pacific, we're expecting 30. Sounds like a lot, but it is only 3 above average. If you've got any questions about our new information, then please ask away. And if you've not seen it, track back a few minutes to the start of this hour, and you'll see that broadcast again. When I was live out there in the garden. The cat cave, did you see the cat burst in? Well, you didn't see it on camera, but the cat...
We heard the cops. We heard the cops, to be honest with you. That's what we heard.
Burst in on the last part of the year.
I don't think we heard... I don't think we saw... We did see the cat, but us and the chat were definitely very aware of the police running around somewhere behind you.
I've just been thinking about that, because you heard some screeching, and then a few minutes later, the police siren. So maybe there's something going on out there right now. I can tell you.
Chase.
I can tell you here it's not riots. So okay, so we're safe here.
It's high-speed chase. Someone has definitely gone
people
to
in the UK, they just don't riot.
Yeah, but let's say people are tired of being inside. I guess maybe they wanted some tea and biscuits, and they just went and stole a bunch of them, and they're on the run. Clearly, they're
Nothing will
fugitives
be
now.
open that sell tea and biscuits right now.
That's what like they just gotta pick the lock to one store. They get all the biscuits. They get in their car. They screech away past Nathan's house. The cops are called about it. They're flying by.
I mean, that's the risk that you run when you're doing a live broadcast. I think.
Yeah, we almost had everything there. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say that's the risk when you steal biscuits.
Hope you enjoyed it anyway.
There are some questions coming in.
Go. Shoot.
What is it? Let's see. Do you guys think we'll have an active Gulf this year and multiple major hurricane landfalls?
I'm sorry, could you say that in English, please?
Someone asked if we think there'll be an active Gulf this year and multiple major hurricane landfalls. I think this person might have not been here directly for the forecast. I just want to reiterate.
Well, I'm just not seeing the signs that northern half of the Gulf is firing, which would tell me that storms would weaken rapidly before landfall, which they tend to do. Very few storms intensify up until landfall on the US Gulf Coast at any rate. However, more further south, the closer you get to the Caribbean, the Yucatan Channel, I would say those chances go right up. And you can't rule out something like an Allen or not an Ivan. What's the other one? Maybe even outside chance of a Gilbert, actually.
Yikes.
Maybe?
Let's see, some questions. David, Grandpa David's asking, which areas are the highest ocean heat content and sea surface
Hello,
temperatures
David.
in
You're here. You can ask it in person if you like.
Oh yes.
Well, Stuart's got the question, so he can answer. Well, the team can answer it. But Nathan, I've got one from you, from Mike up in the UK. With your predictions, we'll do that one first. The predictions for the UK.
Predictions for the UK. Well, I've not looked very much into what's going to happen here. I can tell you for sure there's going to be no hurricanes, okay? So don't get excited
someone in the chat
about that.
disagrees. Someone in the chat thinks there's going to be a Category 2 landfall in the UK this year.
Well, that has never happened in the existence of ourselves, our parents, our grandparents, and our great-grandparents most likely, and probably several generations before that. So I don't think that's going to happen this year, even though the world is going mad. I don't think it's going that mad. We have had very warm temperatures here for quite a while, one of the driest Mays on record, actually. So it suggests to me that it probably won't last, and it's actually reminding me of the weather that we had in 2010, which I keep putting out as an analog, touting out as an analog for the Atlantic potentially. It feels like 2010 here, because 2010 had a very hot end to May, and we've just had a hot end to May here. It's now June the 1st in the UK, midnight. Universal clock is 1 hour behind because we're in daylight savings. But what then happened in 2010 was that in summer, when we got into the summer months, it was absolutely dreadful weather all the way through summer.
Isn't that living in the UK anytime?
Well, starting around the middle of June, I think, July, August, dreadful weather. Shockingly poor weather. Whereas in recent years, 2019, oh, I can hear myself. Where'd that come from? Did you hear me then?
No, because I had the stream muted.
What the hell was that?
I heard you.
I don't even know.
Oh, I think
something that can be added to the bloopers later.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That completely threw me off.
Someone's asking.
But no, I was just saying. In recent years, July, early to late July has been our hottest point of the year. But I'm not sure that's going to happen this year, and that makes me feel like it's more of a 2010 kind of year. Although, on the flip side of that coin, I know we might be comparing apples with oranges, but in 1995, which happens to be a very good analog for the Atlantic, the UK had a very hot summer all over the summer months, the traditional months. So we'll wait and see. Maybe we'll defy the odds and have a dry May, June, July, and August, and it would be a terrible drought if that happened, but we'll see.
Yeah. Someone's asking, what is it? There's two that I want to go over. The one's further up, and I'll get the second one. So asking if we think a storm that forms in western Maine development region and goes through the Caribbean towards, the higher ocean heat content areas of the western Caribbean could become very powerful this year.
Yeah.
I
Would,
think
yeah.
it's just yes. It's just a risk. Someone else is asking, how many USA landfalls do you guys think may happen this year? I don't think we can really pinpoint an exact number. You know, that probably isn't the most responsible thing to do. But we can't say that there's already technically been 2.
No, there's been 1.
I think Arthur made landfall, right? It barely made
Arthur
landfall.
did not make landfall, Strat.
I thought the NHC said it made landfall.
No, you're making it up.
But I want to say
They're making it up.
In response to the question, though, for statistically, we don't think there's going to be a major hurricane landfall in the US. It would be very statistically improbable. If it did happen, the most likely place for it would be the very southern part of Texas, which is often a black spot for that kind of activity anyway. Or maybe Louisiana. There's no real hot spot in Florida this year that we're looking at.
That's a plus side. They've dealt with a lot the past 2 years.
So the risk is probably equalized across the state, really. I don't want to tell people that you're not going to get a storm and you think, we're right, okay, we're great for the rest of the year. We're going off the best that we can gather from statistics and modeling, and it's suggesting that Florida probably won't get a major hurricane, but will probably get multiple weaker storm impacts.
Right. Yeah. And with a year like 2019, 2020, you're gonna have to play it by ear. Like, I wish it was 2019. But yeah.
Do you? Well, hold on a minute. We're still. I mean, technically, the old Corona, that is a 2019 invention after all.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah.
Look, I said this before in the stream. I'll say it again. You know, it's a bad situation for the whole world. When Target deletes their tweet that they put on December 31st saying that 2020, this is our year, and it's gone now, but not to the screenshotters. They have it saved forever.
Maybe Target will be gone by the end of the year.
Someone's asking, do you think the remnants of Amanda will affect? I think that's the Florida Panhandle before Saturday. It'd be improper of us to give a week out direction for a system that we don't really even know where it could even.
Well, look at this map right now. If you're unfamiliar with this area, we are looking at the Gulf of Mexico right now. It's the only image I've got here. You can just about make out the northern tip of the Yucatan Peninsula. Cloud cover, which has come up in a sort of train from the north of Amanda, is already spewing into parts of Texas, Louisiana, and will soon reach the Florida Panhandle. So you could technically say that cloud cover associated with Amanda is about to reach the Panhandle. The storm itself, what's left of it, is still over the Yucatan, about to emerge over the Bay of Campeche. Campeche? Which one is it now? Campeche, isn't it? I've heard so many different sayings, some of them right, some of them wrong, that I forgot which one was the right one.
I think it's Campeche, but...
And looking at it, I believe, eyeballing it, I think it's got a decent chance of spinning up into a tropical cyclone in the Atlantic.
Yeah, the energy says 40% in the next 2 days, even,
and 50%
and 50% for 5. But I think a lot of that's a bit of conservatism, just because there's still a very significant model spread on it. You know, it was actually more clustered yesterday than it was today. By
a question here: how far out is fake news for models? Well, in our Discord server, it's 7 days. That's when we call tropical weather fake news if it's beyond 168 hours. And if you want to join our Discord server, Strat will give you all the details.
Yeah, it's a great place. It actually just got a complete overhaul yesterday morning in terms of its layout and design. So if you want to join, I'll post the link a couple times in the description. You'll join our holding room.
Oh
all
my
you
God,
gotta
you
do
just post it 3 times in 1
yes,
second.
I posted 3 times. All you gotta do is join the server. You'll be put in the holding room, and if you want to have notifications pinged to you on Discord whenever we upload a new video or go live, you click the bell icon for that. And then otherwise, you just click the check mark, and that'll send you through to the rest of the server.
Strat
it's a pretty great system.
A Duracell rabbit.
Oh.
I thought I was a squirrel, not a rabbit. What are you talking about?
Closely related.
Speaking of which, if there's any way to pull it up, I did find this adorable rabbit nest in my backyard earlier today.
Oh,
like absolute. So cute. These little bunnies. Like I couldn't believe it. I was
Oh,
mowing the lawn
Strat.
and I saw them and they're in their little nest and they're just the most pure little creatures. You can see their little ears in that picture. I didn't want to try to pick them out and disturb
Could
them.
you possibly show it on the screen, Strat?
Oh, okay, hold up. I got a screen
It's the
share
best
then.
we can do. I can't,
Okay,
I can't do any
let's
better
transfer
than
this
that.
over real quick. I got this. Go live on. Oh, I clicked away from. Oh God. There we go.
Nice.
Click and go live. Please work. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the little bunny
suspense
ears
is
in their
real.
little nest.
Oh, what? Where? Where's
I
it
just.
gone?
It's on my screen.
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Just in my backyard. There's at least 6 adorable little rabbits in
You
there.
barely see
Less
anything.
than 2 weeks
Oh my
old.
god.
You see that little ear?
Can barely see,
That's-
any-
that's
barely
funny.
see anything. Oh,
What do you mean?
oh, there's my feedback.
Oh,
Where's my
Nelson
feedback
said
again?
Strat should bunnies in a
Hold
stew.
on, we got feedback. Alright. I've turned them off for the minute because all I can hear is myself. I've no idea what's going on here. Alright, so people will only be able to hear me right now because there's some terrible feedback. I think it's back to normal.
I think it's back to normal too, and I'm in shock that
What the
these
hell
people
just
would
happened
suggest
then?
murdering rabbits. Just for
I just got completely... Yeah, okay, right.
I'm okay with you,
Alright.
Strat, but not bunnies.
Where are we going next? Any questions? Just send them in, whatever.
Can we cook Strat
20,
again?
No.
20 minutes until the Atlantic Hurricane season begins.
Okay,
Hello,
can I...
Strat.
Yeah, what's up, Devin?
Strat,
Yes.
can you do a live speed run of cleaning your room?
Yes! Yes, I can, because it's so clean
That would
already
be
that it'll be so fast. Are you ready for this, guys?
No, we're not ready.
Alright.
Just a minute. Give me a few moments.
Let's go. I know my bed isn't the best right now. I kind of rolled out of it before. The sheets are kind of falling off of the bed, to be honest. But
room and me online streaming, I do it at least once a week when I do karate.
Is that
oh my
Tanya?
God! Why?
Yeah.
Yes, that is Tanya.
Hi,
Okay,
Tanya.
can we? All right, people in the chat, please don't talk about how much you like eating rabbits in the chat. What I was trying to mull over how
crap.
adorable
We
bunnies
cook
are.
Strat for dinner.
All right. I see them on the screen. It's time for the
Okay,
speed
go
run
on.
cleaning Strat's room. Are you guys ready?
This
Strat,
is ridiculous.
I have a
All right, is
recommendation
everyone-
for
we
you.
got a timer. So who's got a timer ready to go?
Okay.
I'll get
Hold on, I got
I've got a
it.
time.
Oh, I gotta start seated.
I got a
I
timer
gotta-
put up.
All right, you ready? Tell me when to go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, we're off. Gotta move the pillows really quick. Oh no, the side fell.
At this moment, I'm going to
Right
begin
back.
to talk about how Strat loves
Oh,
bunnies
God.
too.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is
15
not going too well.
seconds.
Okay, that's back to normal. I think we're knocking some things down though, but it's okay. Oh God! This is in a chaos. Hold on, all right, they ripple the sheet back over the futon, right? Right, we're okay. Oh God! Oh no, my pillows are falling off my bed. Push that up.
Oh
We gotta
my
get the-
god, oh my god, this is
This is
horrible.
what we've
Pillows
been
are back in
reduced to.
place. Throw the blanket over. Right? Get one last
45
pillow on
seconds.
top. Signs coming back. Here we go. Oh no, it's upside down. Make it back vertical again. Okay, we're good. All right.
I would not want
55
Strat.
seconds, Strat. Well done.
Wait, that's not making his bed. That's literally just
Yeah,
out
actually,
of nowhere.
that's just
that
making
doesn't-
his bed a bit
It really
messier.
looks worse.
But,
That made it worse.
well, there we have it.
That was intense.
Yeah, it might have been intense, Strat, but it was useless.
Someone requested a
Strat
speed
wants
run.
to
There
get
we go.
through.
We'll have more of that on Force 13 all year round this year. That's going to be a great addition. Excellent.
Sorry, Nathan.
Thank you, Devon. Look down below me. 17 minutes until the start of Atlantic Hurricane season, and it is coming up
Oh.
fast. When that happens, we'll be doing nothing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
Because I couldn't get a
Nathan.
tropical weather bulletin ready.
We would
So
just be like,
Nathan.
it's hurricane season, and then just call it a day.
And I'm
We
not-
have no
I'm not-
confetti,
I'm
we
not-
have no nothing.
I'm not blagging this time either, like I did with 2005. You remember on Force 13 Sundays last week, was it? That I tease that we're never going to do it, and then straight away we announce at the end that we're doing it, the trailer. But honestly, we've got nothing apart from Jason's new act, which should be coming up, and maybe another little blast from the past,
Nathan,
perhaps.
you know how counterintuitive it is to have us posting an ad on Twitter all day that says 8 p.m. live Tropical Weather Bulletin, and then say there's going to be no Tropical Weather Bulletin, right?
We can talk about the tropics and say it's a tropical weather bulletin. I mean, there's not that much to say out there in the world.
How about this? I can craft it.
But I can tell you that I wanted... Right, this week has been hell. Because I've been working all week long on everything, and you know, that whole exercise video earlier, I edited all of that today. That took 5 hours. And I've been sunbathing a lot because us Brits here, we need our sunbathing time because we only get about 10 days a year that the sun comes out. That is not a stereotype, that is real. And so we got to spend some time out there in the sun to keep ourselves fresh, and don't want to sound too much like Strat, but you know, all right. And then so I've not had much time at all, and we've not been able. The format is pretty much ready on the Tropical Weather Bulletin. I just can't make. You could watch me make one live, I guess, but that's not really very exciting, is it?
Wait,
Nathan, I do have to ask you for an onion here.
Wait, Nathan, here's something.
Because, you know, we've finally reached, you know, barring 92L miraculously forming in the next 15 minutes.
Well, yes.
We've finally reached the start of hurricane season without a named storm. And I gotta say, that is phenomenal work by the people at the National Hurricane Center. And phenomenal, even more phenomenal work from the Puerto Rican Natural Disaster Generator to make sure that we didn't have a named storm before the season this year.
Devin, could you please explain to the viewers why you're so salty about these two named storms?
Because they looked awful, smelled awful, and produced a terrible amount of rain. Yes, they do. Have you ever been inside of a tropical storm?
Yeah, I've been inside Irene and Sandy.
It smells like crossing a wet cat with garbage.
I have a.
We just had a hashtag ban Devin.
Oh, that's new.
There's
All right,
another.
hold on. We gotta pull the chat real quick.
Wait, Nathan. Here's something I could do. I could make a tropical weather outlook that could substitute as our tropical weather bulletin.
I mean, I guess.
You have 14 minutes. Go.
I know. I'm
Throw
going.
things up there or whatever. I don't
Oh
know.
my God! A lot of people want Devin banned. Wow.
Devin's gonna get banned.
Look at this. I put hashtag ban Devin. 1 yes, 2 no.
Why did you do
and
that?
There are only ones. Juana Hernandez is on Devin's side.
You guys better not join the Force 13 Discord server. He's our head moderator right now, Devin.
Yeah. And you don't want to see Devin mauling over there.
No, but in all seriousness, our two named storms this season have been historically pathetic comparison to other Atlantic systems.
I want to bring to the
It was better than Andrea last year.
I just want to bring to the attention, Devin, to just get people to understand where you're coming from a little bit better. Because I understand where you're coming from. Because you're talking about where these storms would rank on the CDPS scale, which if we were doing things more scientifically, previously people just wanted to name storms because they were losing track of Storm A and Storm B, and they wanted to name storms, and the public would feel like it's more personalized and all of this. But the only storms that people remember 100 years later are going to be the ones that were bad. So
correct.
I'm sort of with you that maybe storms should only be named on a CDPS criteria.
And it's not a very high bar they have to cross. 90% of landfalling storms cross a bar to become a stage 2
and that
on
would
the
also
CDPS.
solve the extra problem of non-tropical cyclones that have, not non-tropical cyclones, but say invests or weaker systems that depressions indeed that produce huge amounts of rainfall and could be a stage 5 on the CDPS.
Absolutely, and those absolutely should be named. In my opinion.
And there's been plenty of them in the past, not many recently, but places that have completely devastated. It's the one in Puerto Rico in the 1970s at some point. I can't remember now.
Well, before Nate got named, that was horrible. That was horrible in Costa Rica as a tropical depression.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was why.
That was well before Nate even got its name.
I mean,
people still
to...
confused. People saying, how would not naming storms that don't hit land make sense? It only makes sense because it's what you're used to.
That's true.
Yeah,
but I think the NHC's reason for why they do it anyways is that because of like shipping things, especially
Well, maybe
how wide it is. Like remember Lorenzo,
maybe
despite being Cat 5, didn't necessarily impact too much land, but that ship got lost in it. And
didn't that affect the Azores?
It did, yes. It caused quite a bit of damage.
So it would have had a CDPS rating for the Azores.
I think it was was it 6?
I think the largest individual danger from it was a ship got lost in it, and one of the recon planes while we were alive had to divert to try to find the ship. So that's kind of the explanation for one of the reasons why they do that. I guess is the way to put it. Although certain things definitely do look undeserving.
That's kind of shot in the back, Strat, by the fact that that storm was named and a ship still got lost in the storm.
Oh man! Yeah, imagine how many more ships would be lost if we did
Excuse me, what did you just say?
I said, imagine how many more ships could be lost.
I
if
thought
we
you
did
said something else.
No.
Oh my
Nathan.
I'm sorry.
Inappropriate.
It was just a little bit.
Meanwhile, I'm just rushing.
You better be. We're under 10 minutes now until the start of the Atlantic.
I know. I'm almost done.
Why don't tropical depressions get named an arbitrary system made by 2 people a few decades ago? That's why.
Well, yeah.
An arbitrary system made by 2 people a few decades ago. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think that's every system we have.
So it's been a lot more than 2 decades.
Hayden, you guys do not, guys, please don't go off and mention the language.
Yeah, it was in the 70s.
It's not appropriate.
Yeah,
I implore Hayden to. Someone's saying I'm offensive to boats. Are you serious? Are we going? There was a fad. There was a fad a couple months ago where people were trying to say I hated boats.
Right.
Why are they?
If anyone knows any boat people out there, we can see if we can get them on our next Force 13 Sundays episode and talk to Strat. See if we can get them to have an argument or something.
For sure, he'll apologize.
That's always a lovely thing to hear.
Strat is... I've talked to Strat personally, and I can confirm that he is an extreme boatsist.
What are you talking about? That's no. I love boats. They're so
Watch
cool.
one of his live streams, and all he ever talks about is just
I
how
mean,
much
he will even say
Really
that he has
bad,
a couple of boat friends.
I have
but just because you have a couple of boat friends doesn't mean that you're exempt from being boatsist.
Okay, they're literally they're literally objects though. They're
Yeah, he still protests boats, even though he says he's boats friends. It's very, very strange.
What? No, boats. I have no problem with boats. Okay, someone's saying I am a boat. I'm sorry.
Well, how do you... That Strat, how do you explain the 15,000 ships that came onto the coast of Manchester picketing banned Strat signs?
We have breaking news.
Yeah, there's breaking news. Luke, go ahead.
NHC has updated it. They are calling the remnants of Amanda. Now they are giving it a 50% chance of forming in the next 2 days and a 60% chance of forming in the next 5 days.
And I completely agree with them.
Hasn't updated.
I completely agree with them with a 60% on that because you can you can't really see it on this image, but you can, just on the southern part there, it's building up in the southern Gulf, and I think you could see a rotation form there quite easily. Whether it can consolidate.
I agree with 60%, just not in 5 days.
In a shorter time than that.
No, in longer time than that. We're talking 6 to 8 days.
You really think it's going to be that long?
Yeah.
It's growing longer.
Because whatever
Go
forms in the Bay of Campeche right now is going to be a boatload of irrelevant.
Well, it's
So
gonna have
I'm
a
talking
CD
about whatever
stage
is going to
too.
form in the Gulf of Mexico
but
in
is
6
it?
to 8 days.
We're thinking about our analogs.
Speaking of
We're talking
boatloads-
about 2005 analogs. There were loads of boring storms in the Southern Gulf in 2005.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had to
they're
animate them, I would know.
Oh, yes, Brett was great.
Good.
Brett and Gert, 2005.
Brett, Gert, and Jose were all horrible.
Oof.
Gamma 1,
Franklin
Gamma 2.
just annoyed everyone.
Oh yes, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
A lot of
That
the ones
was
like right
something
forming
that
like right
happened.
next to the like
if
Panama
you
and Kirk.
if you wondered why we went with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, look at the satellite imagery. I think you'll be quite convinced pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I took a look at it myself, and it's pretty clear that you see, Gamma 1, it comes up, it starts spinning up for a quick tropical storm, and then dissipates.
Yeah.
And then you see the energy end up forming, the energy's still going there, but then you'll see another low pressure
Much larger
system,
one.
a much larger one form, like in the Panama Gulf there. I don't know what that's called. We'll just go with the Panama Gulf.
No, nor do I.
And that ends up going northwest and converges with Gamma 1's energy and just completely absorbs it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So Gamma 2 ends up that means that we had 29 tropical storms in 2005.
And you can
Because
see
you
that
also include.
whole animation.
Hold on, I gotta post this here. Someone posted this in our Discord server, and this is why Discord servers are so great.
You can see that
Oh,
whole
no.
animation on our channel. It's been a recent upload. Also, in recent reanalysis, we found 1887 to be the second busiest season on record with 24 cyclones. I think 3 were subtropical.
I just animated that.
For the 2005
It was
animation.
24? It was 24?
Yeah, 24.
We think so.
Oh my.
1887? Yeah, 24.
2005 animation, by the way, it is the top link in the description if you guys want to go watch
Strat, for
that.
the...
And it is one of the cards as well. If you go on the top right of the screen.
People love it, clearly.
Schillbecker Strat.
Alright, I
Okay,
did post something that was posted in the Eastern Pacific room in our Discord server. I
Yeah,
don't know
well,
if anyone
Strat, I can't do that for you.
Can you screen share and pull it up real
No,
quick?
I can't do
Oh my
anything.
god.
Oh, you
I
can't
will
do
screen
anything?
share it. I will
Oh, that's
screen share it. Oh yeah, it's what Hank posted.
Yeah.
Shank?
Okay. Oh god, John is in the.
Wait,
John?
John?
Hello?
Did you
John.
say, did you say
John?
John?
John is in the green room.
There's a lot of people in the green room.
Is there
John?
a lot of people in our green room?
There's 5.
Yes, John
Are you-
is in the green room. Get John in here.
You telling me that John Courier is in our green room?
Yes, John Courier's in the green room. Get John in here. John, what's up?
John Courier's in our live room?
John Courier is in the live room.
John Courier's in the house?
Okay,
Yes.
I
He's
have
muted,
the
but
thing
he's here.
up. I have
He's
the
not
thing
here to
up.
crash it, is he? John,
No, I don't know, but he's muted right now.
John,
but
you
he's
better
definitely
not.
in the server.
we've
With that profile
got
picture of a
3
baseball player.
minutes here till the start of hurricane season. You're gonna mess this up, aren't you, John?
There's 4 minutes.
The
3
whole
and a half.
chat is just saying John,
4.
John,
3 and a half.
John. I knew it. Yes, John. Wow.
John.
Steal the set, John.
Get off
Okay.
my set. I think he's waiting until.
The TWO is ready. I
Oh,
repeat,
good.
the
John?
TWO is ready.
John.
Yes, Tyler Weather, here we
we
go.
got it.
They gotta
We
set
got-
the yearly meme.
John's here.
John,
Hello?
welcome to the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season.
Nearly.
It started early.
Well, I suppose it
Yes.
did.
According to Devin, it did not.
John, you must
Yes,
have
it-
aged quite a bit. You're creaking.
That's my chair.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I made a meme for
That's
Devin.
what playing Splatoon will do to you.
That's what playing on a Splatoon team will do to your ghost. Make your chair go squeaky squeak all the time.
Oh man.
Because you're just so used to just adjusting your chair whenever you're trying to get those nice shots.
Absolutely. So our tropical weather bulletin tonight is going to be pathetic, basically.
It's a TWO now, produced by me.
It's just going to be a tropical weather nonsense hour. that's gonna start when nothing special happens when that clock finishes. The best thing I can stump up for you watching now, and there's quite a lot watching right now, waiting for us to do some fantastic fireworks display. There's nothing coming up.
Yeah, we've had this countdown going over for
2 minutes.
3 hours now almost,
Too
and there's
bad.
gonna be nothing special.
But what we will have is a slightly revised version of the Tropical Weather Bulletin theme, which is our new theme for the year. So you might like to hear that.
Someone
Nathan,
asked
there's a
who's
small
on again.
problem.
They're getting banned from the chat.
Actually,
I'm
maybe
sorry.
we should start playing it now. Oh crap!
Nathan, I stole the fireworks.
You stole the fireworks? Oh dear, we've only got 1 minute 39 seconds. I need to find the Tropical Weather Bulletin music now so that we can get that countdown bit coming in.
On my screen, you'll see the tropical weather outlook.
God damn, I didn't export it.
You didn't export the music?
I know. I'll tell
Sean
you what,
is
I'll
cursing
play it
this.
straight from source then.
Alright.
If I can get, I'll get it loaded up in about maybe 25-30 seconds.
Big wall. Big wall.
We'll load it straight from source. There's gonna be no fight, nothing.
You're at like 1 minute left.
This is quickly becoming an absolute mess.
With John.
Starring me.
Starring John Courier.
Jesus Christ.
Please tell me this will load quickly.
I
man.
destroy everything.
John again, you are
John
totally getting
ruins
knocked out
everything.
after this stream.
John ruins everything, and that's why we want him off our set. Oh, there it is.
45 seconds.
Sean, the one day you
Oh,
decide
boy.
to show up is, of course, this day.
We've synthesized it a bit.
It's always this day. It's always this day.
Can we hear this? I hope they can.
It's always May 31st.
You guys can't.
I
May 30
hear...
seconds coming.
It's not gonna come in time though, because you know it's too late.
My fan almost fell. My fan almost
It's
fell.
too late. I mean, you know, we got 10 seconds, so it won't.
Yeah,
The
10
music
seconds.
won't sync. 8, 7, 6. This is the most pathetic end of countdown you've ever seen.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no! Don't do it again! Don't do it again! Don't do it again! Get off there. Doing it again!
Oh, Jesus Christ, the chat is going insane!
Okay,
And the NHC has just designated...
No, don't do it again! Don't do it! Get off there!
Wait, what?
This hurricane season is brought to you by
still playing with
Geico.
our-
You can save 15% or more on car
Still
insurance.
playing with our countdown.
Oh, I hear the music now, the
Okay.
music. Okay, the chat is holy.
Ay ay ay.
Okay, bring up the tropical weather.
There you go. There's nothing. There it is. We're just
I wouldn't
we're
call
just
it
waiting
nothing,
for the
90.
Just a minute. We're waiting for the theme music to begin, and you can just use your imagination. Then we'll say John will interject and say something stupid. I'll tell him to shut up again, and then we'll go to Luke, and then he can do the Tropical Weather Bulletin. Okay? So it's coming up in just a short moment. It's the last 2 bars before that theme music begins. You ready for this? Here we go.
Absolutely not.
Ready for this?
Come on.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
2, 2, 3. Here it comes. 4. Here it is.
Here's your live tropical weather outlook.
Shut up, Luke. Now, from from Force 13 HQ in Manchester, is your live Tropical Weather Bulletin with Luke Katz. John, you weren't there. And Luke,
I gotta change
you.
stuff every year.
Okay.
No. It's my birthday now, not yours.
Oh, shut up, John.
Okay.
Get out of here.
John, get out. Get out of here, John.
No, John's gotta invade the set.
John, okay, so here we have 93A in the North Indian Ocean that has a 70% chance of forming, and it could become a tropical storm that could hug the Indian coast. We also have 92A, which we do believe is a tropical depression at this point, and that is hugging the coast of Oman and Yemen, and it's likely to weaken further on. And now, here's the interesting one. All the people are gonna love the remnants of Amanda, which we are giving a 60% chance as the NHC to form in the Bay of Campeche and could do something in the Gulf and could bring some heavy rains and some winds to the the Gulf Coast, but that is far out in the future. Right now we do have Amanda's remnants at 30 miles per hour, we do have 92A at 30 miles per hour, and we do have 93A at 30 miles per hour. This is your Tropical Weather Bulletin.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't know.
Okay, Luke. I have...
Hang on.
3 questions.
Hold on, Devon. Before your 3 questions, John, please start the hour.
So I'm gonna disconnect on my phone because I'm gonna reconnect to my computer so you can see my face.
Oh, that would be great.
That's great. Oh, do you have more? Do you have like? Oh, he just left. He just went to the green room. He's coming back.
Keep in mind our tropical weather bulletin.
Anyways.
Yes.
So anyways, so with 92A, we've got we've got that 92A's dead, right? It's just dead. It's not coming back. Okay.
It's not coming
So,
back.
and then we have Amanda for potential regeneration in the Bay of Campeche in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Yep, seems about right.
Okay, and then we have 93A to make landfall as a hurricane in India in 72 hours.
Certainly could do. That's our next worry. And just something I want to talk about here, actually, regarding this storm. And regarding the Indian Basin. I just want to draw a comparison.
Hang on.
Huh?
I get some light here. Pretty dark over here.
John's gonna get some light.
John.
I was thinking of Force 13 live stream since 2016.
Is it really? Very. Oh my god.
Well, this has been an entertaining
Welcome,
night.
John. Welcome. John Courier
This is my one stream per year. I get to have.
He's wearing the.
Yeah,
is that the Minecraft periodic
we
table of
wheel
elements?
John out to the point where you can count every pixel on his face there, and then
I
and
put
then
on
we
this proper
throw him
headset
away
now.
again. But
He's wearing a Minecraft periodic table of elements. Which is
We
a very
do
great
appreciate
kind of
John.
It might be more pixelated.
We do appreciate John. He is one of our longest standing
Ooh.
members overall.
Yes.
I might be more
you get to pull
pixelated.
up my
He's
Nice.
he's one of our class of 2015. Is John Courier. That was the first team that we had.
Yeah, the OG.
Absolutely.
Hi.
And now we've
Yes,
got
I
a
am-
team of 2019 and anyone 2020 in here.
Really?
One or
What?
two 2020s, yeah. So
Oh yeah, I'm a
I mean, if anyone is out there and likes our stuff and wants to have fun with us, you can join our server. Or if you want to help us out with our great coverage, allegedly, you can you can join
Allegedly.
in and you can just send me a message on Discord. My username is now fool13 at extension 2020, fittingly, on Discord.
Nitro boost.
That I was gifted.
Why is everyone just typing numbers in the chat?
Oh,
Well, keep in mind that when your nitro ends, it's gonna go back to a random one.
Yeah, no, I
now
gotta
I
think
have to
about that
post
one.
this
But at the
on
minute,
Twitter.
it's 2020, alright?
Alright, I'm really confused with the random numbers in the chat, but someone is rightfully pointing out Force 13 Philippines on Facebook launching
Yes.
in 2 weeks from now.
Force City
Oh,
Philippines
yeah.
on the way. We have been waiting, years, really. About 18 months since we first wanted to do Force 13 Philippines. And now we are finally doing it because we've finally got the amount of recruits needed for me to feel comfortable. We've got about 9 or 10 who will be on our initial team, and hardly any of them are in fact, none of them are in this room. So it's a group of brand new people on that team. So that's a really exciting thing to look forward to in my eyes.
Yep. I'm gonna put
I
it
just
in the
love my
chat so all the
computer. I
viewers
just-
here can go follow it right now.
Great.
Just love my computer just crashes randomly on stream.
Excellent. Wonderful, John. Luke,
Coming
what are you
soon,
doing?
Force
You're on-
13 Antarctica.
Oh, Luke
I
is
am-
posting
I'm
to
kidding.
Twitter. Okay.
I'm kidding.
I have to do this all and now it's going all
Strat, are you
crashy
gonna-
and
Oh,
burning.
there's Twitter.
Are you going to mention that, Strat?
Twitter?
No.
I didn't know what you said.
Just Miss Mail John.
Oh,
in the chat.
the
That'd be right.
donation in the chat? Yeah, thank you very much for that. It's very kind.
Yay.
It is
Aye,
Happy
aye.
Pride Month. Thank you very much for that. We really
Is it
appreciate
Pride
it.
Month?
Yeah,
Oh,
June's
it
Pride
is.
Month.
Yeah, it's June. Yeah,
All
it is.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
June is
Okay.
indeed Pride
Is that
Month.
international?
Yep. Yeah, it's international.
Well, I should have known
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Force,
I know
okay,
about
wait, is there a spoof Force 13 gaming account in the chat trying to type too? What?
Gosh.
Hold
There's-
up.
There's so many Force 13 memes that I know of because I've been.
No, these are like
part of
false
this
accounts
so
trying to.
long.
Force
what, false
13 game.
accounts?
Who's that? Is that?
That's not ours because I have Force 13 gaming up on my other laptop, and I'm not typing that stuff.
Right.
Devin, are you
but
spamming our
Who
chat?
else?
Jeez,
Let's
I'd
see
swing
here.
if I
Who is
had.
going to be doing a live stream on Force 13 Gaming tonight?
That way you're randomly typing numbers in our chat.
Devin!
I would if my internet worked.
23465465116 and so on.
I wonder.
That
I
was
wonder who could possibly be on the Force 13 gaming channel right now. I have no idea.
Someone wants
I
Force
wonder
13
who.
Malta. I mean, I've been to Malta, but I don't think there's much of a need, honestly.
Oh god, there's why are there people just randomly spamming in the chat? Oh my god.
Maybe we could do Force 13 does Pride or something. Strat would be
Tip
great
8.
at that.
Tip 868 millivolts.
68.
Wait, you're saying tip is 868 now? Oh, what is this?
Yes,
Wait,
we
what?
are. We are, yeah.
Oh, the sidebars. Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
If you want us to explain that now, then yeah. Tip.
Yeah, please.
Interesting
We do not plan to
story.
make Force 13 Cuba.
Interesting story with Tip. That storm, obviously we know about the 870 millibar recon flight.
Yep.
Historic flight that occurred.
You saying that was off peak?
Yes. Because
Okay.
there was, I believe, an 8-hour recon gap after that fly-in, and the storm improved on satellite in those 8 hours, in the following 3 hours roughly. I did some projections, and I would say that the storm peaked no lower than 865, so we gave it 868.
Oh god, everyone's asking us to launch other regional things now. Oh my god.
Force 13
This is
China.
probably because I said Force 13 Antarctica.
Force
joking.
13 Strat's basement.
Force 13 Japan. Force 13 India. I think we'd need Force 13 Canada. Force 13 Cuba. I think we need larger teams.
Okay. If you want us to make Force 13 in your community, turn that off again. It's happened. Get off there. If we want to start Force 13 in your community, then we haven't done it yet, then the best place to start is on our Discord server, because we've opened up groups, channels for every region now. So someone said India there. We've got India now. We've not got one specifically for Japan, but we've got Asia Pacific. We've got Australia and Oceania. We've got the US channel actually covers the whole of North America. We've got South America. We've got Europe. We've got the UK and Ireland. We've got Africa. We've not got Antarctica, but believe it or not, we've not told anyone this. We do have someone in Antarctica on our server.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. They're putting in so many countries.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, someone in Antarctica is in our Discord server.
Weather enthusiasts can be scientists.
Going into the comments,
a lot of countries being recommended right now. Force 13 Spain.
I'm
Force
just waiting
13 North Korea.
I'm just waiting for the space station to have us on.
That would be sick. Can we get Doug or Bob to follow us, please? You know, the ones that just launched off yesterday? Alright, how do we get their contact info? I want to shoot them a Skype message.
I don't know, man.
We need to get... Alright, so I'm looking at the comments. Someone wants a cooking strat tutorial.
Well, we sort of did that.
What was it? I think.
It's in the Force 13 extra. You just need to watch it closely, then you got the perfect tutorial for how to cook a strat.
Devin, I see some JavaScript.
Bonnie Nick wants to know: will Philippines be on YouTube? Maybe in time, but it's not going to happen straight away. In the Philippines, 97% have Facebook as their preferred social media platform. So. Facebook's the obvious place to start.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, to put it into perspective, on YouTube, I think like 10% of our subscribers are from the Philippines, but on Facebook, it is over a third, and America makes up less than 5%.
You know, actually, here on our YouTube channel, the Philippines is the second highest viewer base across the whole channel, and third is the UK. And I believe there's a few in this room right now in the chat section, so hello. You're up a bit late, aren't
Hello,
you?
UK people.
Up a bit late, don't you think?
Okay,
No, don't say F-13 Strike gets mad on golf with friends. No.
My screen should be safe to go on. I have imagery of remnants of Amanda right now as the sun
People
is
have been
setting.
saying they've been sending me emails. I'm sorry that I've not been able to look at any emails at all tonight so far, but I'll be able to have a little look now. I know people sent in Guess the Storms on email. I just could not get anywhere near them. I really couldn't.
Crazy.
Geez. I remember last year myself. I mean, I wasn't able to be on the stream very much. I was able to like crash it remotely. I
Yes,
remember
you did.
properly.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
Although we pretended it was live.
I did have this hat during that crash. And this hat does have
Oh,
a
hold on a
story.
minute. Hold on. Yes, that you did have that hat. Yes, I do remember.
So let me tell you guys a story behind this hat. So
Go on.
So the Hurricane Hunters actually did a hurricane awareness tour last year, and I went to their stop in Rhode Island, which is not too far from where I live, about an hour and a half. So while I was there, I got some merch, and this was one of the pieces of merch that I bought was a Hurricane Hunters hat. So yeah, I mean it was like $20, but I've always liked this hat since I got it, and I've been wearing it ever since. And I myself being an atmospheric science major at my college, i.e. what we're doing right now. So
People are calling for outrageous things right now. Force 13 Botswana and Force 13 Politics.
No!
Let me make a little. Hold on a minute. Let me make a little statement about politics.
No.
We are making a little statement about politics.
You better make
Force
a statement.
13 is officially apolitical. We do not bring politics into our work wherever we can do so.
How about that time we had Debate 13?
Well, we did do that once, but in future we have made the decision that any political stuff that anyone associated with the project does would be doing it under a different brand. It will not be under Force 13. We will be doing what we do best, and that's tracking the tropics. And politics need not get involved. Politics need not get involved. In our server, politics isn't outlawed on our Discord server, but we don't want long, angry debates.
It's discouraged, let's put it like that.
But, we are thinking of setting up alternatives that do that sort of thing, because I think a lot of us are interested in that kind of thing, but keep it away from weather.
Yeah, I mean...
The most you'll see it directly on the project is none, and you'll see it on maybe spin-off podcasts sometime in the future. That's the best I could say about it.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't mix politics with science. It's a bad idea.
Exactly.
Political science is the only time you.
That's not even technically a science. That's like
I took that course. I took that course this semester. It is very real.
Of course you did, Strad. Of course you took that course.
Well, it was required. It was required.
I wasn't in.
What's your
school
major
last
in,
semester.
Strat?
Finance.
Oh, he's making open money over there.
Gen Ed, man.
Oh, there's another one. Force 13 floppy disk, David.
Oh, that's an ancient meme. That's ancient. Oh wow. You bring up that ancient meme?
Yeah.
Oh boy. That is an ancient meme for the history books.
Oh my god, some of the things these people are saying.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Let's teleport ourselves
if
back
you do
to
want to send an
2017
email,
when we're
send
discussing let's teleport ourselves back to 2017 where we were discussing an ancient way to store data.
Ancient
The
what?
ancients.
You know
the
the nuclear codes still use floppy disks.
What?
They don't use updated info. So if you want to fire off a nuclear missile at the location, you have to use a floppy disk.
Yeah, it just speaks volumes to how decrepit.
That would just imagine getting nuked. You're pretty depressed if you survive, and then to think this nuke was launched by a floppy disk.
What happened to this?
I mean, to be honest, it isn't as bad as like one of our top nuclear, like the top person in chain of command of firing nuclear weapons in America, going on a trip to Russia diplomatically, and then going to a Mexican restaurant because he wanted to listen to the makeshift Beatles band that was there. True story. And he got very drunk while he was there, and that's how he got fired.
I wonder if it's time for me to get a drink.
Right. John,
You're
I don't think we
drunk
can
enough.
encourage drinking on the air.
I'm just
honestly.
No, I'm not encouraging drinking. I'm just saying what happened.
YouTube might have a word with us if people start drinking on air.
No,
okay, I was kidding.
But I can tell you, I do plenty of drinking off air.
Everyone, a clarifying message. Everyone in the chat that is American and under 21, or most other places in the world and under 18, do not drink alcohol. It is illegal, detrimental to your health.
Thank you for the PSA, Strat.
And yes, like I said, I was just joking.
We know, John.
Just joking,
John,
John.
what would you say? Who's making that noise?
Not me. I'm actually not making any noise at all.
John, what would you say is your most impressive moment or most
Luke, I
historic...
swear if you're playing something for me one more time, there's going to be issues.
Or historic moment on the Force 13 project for you, John?
Oh, historic moments. There are a lot of them.
Outrageous behavior, Luke. Always blaming me on stuff.
I will say probably one of the biggest highlights of all time is probably one of my biggest gaps in Force 13 stream history.
Oh, which one's that?
If we remember, we were promoting Force 13 week, or was it Hurricane Week, one of the two. And I let slip that my namesake storm was number 100.
Yes, that's on the really old. Let me just see if we can find it. I'm gonna play it if we can.
That was cringeworthy 17-year-old John from 5 years ago.
Yeah, John's certainly changed a lot. I'm just gonna see if I can find that. Can I find it? Oh,
Hey John, no matter what, at least it's not Tropical Storm 4213.
Oh dear.
I never heard that story.
Oh,
I heard that story.
I had the 12-year-old YouTube channel, and I thought I was really good at reporting on cyclones.
Oh, that.
And yeah, and I messaged Nathan all the time by email because before I even knew Skype was a thing, and I was telling him how cool I thought Nathan was.
I'm struggling to find this, damn it. Oh.
Tropical Storm 4213.
Yeah, great YouTube channel. Still public videos.
It has to be on a blooper reel, Nathan. I swear it was at least one.
I mean, we
blooper
could
reel.
play some blooper. I don't know.
We could. Yeah, and then I didn't talk to him for 5 years. And,
I mean,
can't find
you
it.
You could play the blooper reel where you just get mad at the editing software.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That's pitiful.
Pitiful, yes.
You're just yelling at Movie Plus like, stop it, you stupid darn thing.
It deserves being yelled at.
Yeah. You know, Movie Plus 6 is how we make our Severe Weather Minutes on the Force 13 US channel. Shameless plug.
Hey, shameless plugs are always good. They're great.
Hold on, what's this?
And I would definitely encourage people to subscribe to our other regional channels and our Earthquake channel and our gaming channel because they're all providing great information.
Thanks.
Yes, thanks for the shameless plug.
And even more importantly, to subscribe right here on this channel if you haven't done so already.
If this keeps going, I'm going to play Strat versus Nelson again.
We've gained 25 subscribers during the stream because I've been chilling us. That's what you gotta do. Do not put that in here. We don't need to go over that again. I'm just saying that encouraging people to subscribe and be interactive viewers and like the stream and hit the notification bell to get all the latest updates from us is a good thing.
I get it, but the Strat method sucks.
It's very effective. What are you talking about?
This is the difference between UK and America. Strat's one of them go-getters, and I'm just, let's be tactful. Hey, if you want to subscribe to us, you can do so. If you really think we're good enough to subscribe to, we'd be honored. And Strat's like, yo, go sub my channel.
Well, you got to.
I'm just
You have to be energetic, and you have to say, hey, we're doing this great thing, and we want you guys to be with us on this journey.
I'm doing that as well. I'm just saying it more politely.
Well, I am saying it politely. I'm telling them to smash the subscribe button and then bash the thumb on the like button so that we get even better in the algorithm.
You're gonna break a plate. You're gonna break a plate. You're gonna break a plate.
It didn't break.
You move your mouse over the like button and you just smash it, right?
This is him. He's like,
I'm sorry if that was really loud.
You have to encourage it, you know? We can't stand idly by and let all these potential great subscribers and community members go on without knowing that they have the opportunity to join us by clicking that button.
Okay, but the thing is, you could also make a channel called Strat Vlogs where you can post your vlogs there instead of in the 413 Extra channel.
Okay, I have my own Twitch account. All right, people can go follow my Twitch account if they want to see that stuff.
This is where we draw a line, Strat. You gotta stop.
I'm just making sure that everyone knows that
Thank
we
you
have a
very
great
much.
community.
Thank you very
Twitch.
much. Thank you very much, Strat. Let's talk to Elliot because we've not heard from him once today, and he's looking pretty lonely. Elliot, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing pretty good.
How's the tuba?
The tuba is actually right here.
Oh wow!
In
Look
fact,
at that. That is shiny, and it goes to show how smudged your camera lens is.
Yeah.
That is camera lens.
Good.
It is a
Okay.
very old laptop.
That was a camera lens
Yeah.
sandwich.
Fair enough.
Mine's old too. Mine's
Yeah,
sandwich.
you're pixelated. You're pixelated, John.
I mean, we can tell John's still in 2004.
12 to be exact.
12? Okay.
No, he's
Well, that's bad quality for 2012 even.
We're in 2008 and he's 2000 and late, so except you gotta add 12 years on top of that. So we're in 2020 and he's still 2008 to quote the Black Eyed
Oh my
Peas.
God, Strat! If you're gonna make an
I
old
was
joke,
gonna say you stole that from the Black Eyed Peas.
I did.
I don't know if we should just end the show
I'm not
now,
amused because I'm not the oldest one on this project. So that's
No, you're not.
No, okay.
I mean,
David,
I'm
what's your
old.
favorite song of this? Oh wait, David's not,
He's not here.
anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
David's left. I don't know what David's favourite song is, but he likes to sing that silence is golden.
What?
Silence is golden. That's what he
said
says.
That. He said we've got him on soundboard singing that. Did you not know?
What?
John? I'm not going to
Someone's
try and
asking
do the
us-
impression. They were saying no in the chat. No.
No,
I'll do-
Good, come on, Nathan, do it. Come
I'll
on.
do
We
David's
need to-
normal accent, but I won't do
We
this.
need to get a whole year's worth of blooper reel content tonight.
What, in one night?
So that we never screw up again the rest of the year.
Mate.
So go for it.
Strat.
I am on.
That's not.
fire.
Oh, David's here. See, look, he's here now.
Nathan?
I'm here now.
Yes, mate. Yes.
David, do you want to sign?
No.
Strat,
No.
stop it. You're not very good at
Strat.
this. David, let's just have a little chat between us, okay? G'day, mate. How are you?
I'm fine.
Fine. Yeah, I'm fine as well, David. What's happened to your voice? It's still not broken yet,
Oh my God.
mate.
I've got turkeys. Hang on, I've got to turn
What?
one of them down. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here, mate.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm not saying a word.
They wanted to know what your favourite song was, I think.
Viewers, I've got many.
You've got many.
I've got many.
Go on, rattle off a few if you want.
Morningtown Ride, The Seekers, all the 6 Cs.
As we thought.
No.
Can you sing one?
No.
My singing is horrible.
Come on, Nathan, get or not.
Viewers, this
Oh.
is
Maybe
unscripted.
we should do a little bit of Force 13's Got Talent.
But viewers,
Alright, Tuba, we go with you. Get the tuba ready.
Vote
Okay.
1 if you want Nathan and David show.
Oh no!
This is the
But we already-
Force 13
We have,
Talent.
we have
A few
Foy and
post ones.
Strat though.
We
We
did
need
have
to
Foy
bring
and
back
Strat.
Foy and Strat.
Do you? Well.
Look.
Okay, if we had a choice, Foy and Strat or Foy and David, what's that? Luke?
I fell out of my chair. I'm sorry. Oh wait, that's a violin.
It's a viola, Strat. Get it right.
Yeah, I did wonder.
My sister played the viola. It's a great
Let
instrument.
me see it again, Luke. Just a minute. Okay, can you play it?
I need to get my bow. It's gonna be
Yes, a
really
bow would
tough.
be good. Yes, I have played string instruments before myself.
On air.
There's the bow, looking decent. Got to screw it on. Yeah, I remember those days. I used
Gotta
to
make
play,
sure you're in
I
tune.
used to play the double
Force
bass for a long
13
time.
band.
It's probably out of
Awesome.
tune right now because I haven't.
Go on, let's
Someone's
see.
saying they're
Luke.
openly bogus.
Go
What
on,
is
Luke.
wrong with them? How
Got
dare they say
absolute
that they're
pitch
against
Okay,
here,
I
Luke.
need,
So
I need to get like a.
we can tell you what note. I can tell you what note you're playing at least. I think
What was
what you
it?
played just before was a D, but
Oh, it's supposed to be in F natural.
Oh dear.
But Luke, in
Change
the
the
meantime,
music show
Nathan
here.
could give us the tune on his piano out.
Well, there is the 413 piano right behind me, but there's not. We've done that enough times. But maybe we could do stuff like this. I don't know. Music night on Force 13. We're always open to all.
Force
If
13
Oh, yeah.
entertainment.
I'm all
if you've
for
got
it.
any ideas that you want to put forward to us, we can see if we can make it happen. Just send us a message, send us an email.
Okay.
If you didn't get that email address before, it's contact@force13.com. Luke?
I got something, like, I got a piece.
Oh my god, that tube is huge, Elliot.
It is massive.
It's so hard because I can't, like,
We
there's a
just play the
table.
same song. We're
You're on a
both play Hot
table.
Cross
Okay,
Buns.
well-
Hot Cross Buns
Yeah.
together.
Should I sing a cursed song?
No,
Yes, I
alright, Luke, Elliot, are you guys,
could get
you
out
guys
of hand
both
very
play
quickly.
Hot Cross Buns? You guys both know that song, right?
I do.
Oh,
So much
I
for the
don't
Tropical
remember
Weather
this.
Bulletin at this point.
We're no strangers to
Oh, my
Luke, do you know
goodness.
Hot Cross Buns?
basically a
We know
Force
the
13
rules,
Oh, dear.
and
We
so
just made
do
this
I.
to a Force 13 Sunday.
All right.
Full
Thank you very
commitment's
much.
what I'm
Well, this was
thinking of.
actually. It has been a Sunday. We were going to do Force 13 Sundays if we weren't doing the hurricane season countdown. Guys, if you want to know more about the hurricane season, we've done it already. Okay, so scroll back to well, Strat, you've been uploading them, haven't you? What we've done.
Yeah, I have them highlighted. I just need to, because I've been on the stream the whole time, I haven't been able to edit the certain things. I have
When we
parts
finish
of
our
the
stream,
clip.
which will be soonish, probably in the next half hour or less, we will have all of the footage up, including our latest predictions and that mess of a Tropical Weather Bulletin, which I guess will be another immortalized work in the history, in the annals of Force 13. But
Okay.
Yeah, so I think there's 5 videos or something, or 5 or 6 ready to go tonight. So
Elliot.
we'll have a plethora of content for you guys to watch.
Yeah.
Get highlights of the stream if you weren't here.
Hot
for
how did you end up with
it.
6?
Which key?
Jason's clipped a couple of funny moments.
Oh, see.
Which key do you want to play in, Luke?
Just play in the normal. I don't care.
The
Let's
I don't
play
care
in
key.
F sharp, C sharp.
F sharp,
I forgot. Okay. 3 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh god. Oh god. That was awful. I'm sorry.
We're no strangers to love.
Well, I got it right.
No, we're not singing
know
that
the
song.
rules.
No, you gotta stop that, mate.
We're
You gotta
listening to
stop that.
Tuba and viola. We're not Rick rolling.
Just a reminder, if you have just tuned in, you've not entered the lunatic asylum. You have entered Force 13's countdown to Atlantic Hurricane season, which is over, and that's why we're not doing anything serious. Okay, move on if you want. Stay here if you want. Whatever you want.
3, 2,
1.
That's a silent violin you got there.
We can't hear it. We can't hear it.
It's a silent
Oh.
We can't hear your viola.
Oh, sorry, it is.
What? How?
No, it's not because the tube is overshadowing you. It's just we can't hear the viola at all. It's not loud enough.
That
I don't
was
know,
weird.
okay.
That was silent.
We'll say the
right
tuba
next
is
to it.
golden, spectacular.
Try
Wait,
again,
like,
Luke.
put it like right next to it. I don't know. I heard it myself.
What the hell happened there?
Wait, can you hear this?
Yeah, we got.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
there.
we only caught the first part of it,
Okay.
and then it cut out. If you missed anything on Force 13 this week, this is all you need to know.
It's basic.
We did it!
Basically turned.
Luke,
Oh, where's my
basically
harmonica? Where's my
turned this into a
harmonica?
Force
Hold on,
13
hold on.
Sunday stream
Elliot
at this
certainly
point.
puts the bass into basically.
Where is it? Where is it? Where
He
is it?
puts the bass in the basin.
Oh god, no.
I'm trying to get the harmonica so I can add on.
Blooper Central, that's about right.
Oh, here we go. Strat with the harmonica.
I can't believe so many
That's
people are still watching this
You
mess.
know-
Strat's got a harmonica now. It's only going to get
I'm
worse,
trying
folks.
to find it. I don't know where it is. That's the problem.
Preston wants to get gets his trombone out.
Trombone. Oh my god, we're creating a musical. This is great.
I'm not so sure about that.
We're just gonna.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
done.
Mr. Green and Purple's got a good point. That F sharp and C sharp, you're right. That does sound like the beginning of tune 9, because that is F sharp and C sharp. Well done. Well done. You've got a good ear.
I got it.
I'm calling it a night for my viola.
What the hell?
I hear harmonica.
Oh my goodness. This is a dreadful noise. I mean, guys, there's a lot... Ooh.
Hot cross buns right
A
there.
lot
for
of masochistic people watching right now, enjoying this
Okay.
lovely detriment to their ears. I don't know why we're still here.
Okay, harmonic music's great. I don't understand why you try to say.
There's more people tuning in. Why?
Music night on Force 13. Music night on Force 13.
Force Tune-teen. They're right. Oh, they're right.
We should have one night.
Oh no.
See, Matthew Jones has it right. How
John
could you
is
not like
back.
that often playing? How could you not like? Just they're calling it comedic genius. They're saying that yo, this slaps.
Oh,
If my computer would not crash all the
just
time.
left. Nathan just left.
Now the squirrel. No. The squirrel's still here.
Yeah, but Nathan just left. Wait, we need a singer. That's true. We need Nathan to sing for us. Get him back here.
I can easily sing Rick Astley again.
Nathan's dead. Nathan's dead.
We
dead.
killed him with our tunes.
They're saying he left the chair.
He's like, screw this, I'm out.
He's given up
I'm
all faith.
sorry. I'm sorry. He
And I
couldn't
don't
handle
blame
how
him.
good I am with the harmonica. It's impossible to.
He's just most likely gone out to get a drink.
I just on a whole feel earlier about not drinking alcohol on stream.
I think it's.
Wait, is that the instrument that has like a little mouse and the mouth opens?
Aw, that's just what the heck.
Nathan is
What
left
is
the
this?
chat.
What is this devolved into? I don't
It's
know.
evolved into, according to Michael Ray Risote.
It's because someone wanted. Who wanted to hear music in the first place?
I don't know.
Grandpa David, help us.
Grandpa, can you be our
We
singer?
need to get Tim in here.
Grandpa, can you be our singer for this event?
Actually, where is Tim? He should be available now.
Someone's saying this is Matt. Look, I'll play.
Still,
We're this kind of morphed into
shows he's still awake.
I will remind. 13 racing is a thing, right, Devin? Devin's here, right? He's muted, but he's here. We do have Force 13
Okay,
racing on
so-
Force 13 gaming. So make
We
sure to
just
stay tuned.
made-
Because that's gonna be an awesome thing to watch. I totally recommend you do it.
Is it over?
Yes.
I hope
it's
it is.
over.
Welcome back.
Is
Here's
it over?
the host.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
If we
me.
want to do it,
I
have
don't know
David
what they've
and
been
Nathan
doing.
sing After the Storm.
I don't know what they've been doing, but I
No.
just walked. I could not deal with that any longer.
If you want to do a singing duet, do After the Storm
Okay, so
with
No,
David.
Lord is bad. I'm not a lord.
so basically,
Yes.
What has happened?
Well, we've probably just made a complete fool of ourselves on the air.
Well, I think we look great. I just hope no employer ever sees that in the future, though, in a couple of years, you know?
But it's been a
When
lot
do I
of fun. Yes,
When do I
John.
don't?
Yes, absolutely, John. But it's a lot of fun, and we have light and shade here on Force 13 Live, and we will have the best coverage that we've ever done this year. I can guarantee it.
I'll try to be around. I'll try.
Absolutely.
And then
Pen L says, please play all the soundtracks right now.
No.
Just get up the 2018 music collection. Boom, done. We can just leave. We'll just play the music collection.
Just drop the link in the chat. That's all you gotta do.
okay,
Wait,
so
you
I
go.
just want to make a statement. My music didn't make Nathan go away. The harmonica did.
Yes.
Yes.
It was not the
It's just
harmonica, right, Nate?
It was just too much.
It wasn't the harmonica, right? It
Harmonica
wasn't.
pushed me over the edge. It's
No,
just-
no. You don't
just
mean the
too
actual
much.
harmonica. You mean something else, Nathan, right?
It
You mean
was
something else.
enough cringe already.
It was too much.
Nathan, you don't mean the harmonica, though. You mean something else, right?
No. Unless it's called the strap monica. No, I don't mean anything else. Or maybe the Stratmoronica, perhaps.
Yes.
Go put on your Spider-Man helmet, Nathan. Put on your
Strat's
Spider-Man
getting
helmet.
whacked. Strat's just getting whacked over there.
I'm gonna go make a hot pocket. I
You
can't
might
deal
need
with
some
this.
flex tape for that one, Strat.
How come you have a? Why do you have a hotel? Why do you have a hotel in Las Vegas?
I don't have a hotel in Las Vegas.
What?
What are you talking about?
But it's called the Strat.
No!
Oh,
I collect royalties on it. They took my name without my permission. It's
Oh
obvious a credit
dear,
card.
yeah, you take them to court.
They gotta
Guys,
give
we
credit
have
where
some
credit's
news.
due.
Take them to court.
What's the news?
I think we might have our next invest.
Oh really?
Yeah, it might
Whereabout?
be.
93L by any chance?
I think there might be 93L. I heard some chatter about.
It is on the HCCF file. 15
Yep,
knots. Very strong.
93L confirmed. Invest
Yeah,
93L.
93L.
You see how quickly we snap back into real mode?
I've been
93L.
blown away.
Just really quick. Yeah,
So,
I will also say, Nathan, I noticed you have your Cyberman helmet back over that way.
Yeah, it's not actually mine. It appears to have been gifted to me.
Well, I have something here in my room that I'd like to show you.
Oh, really?
oh god.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What
And
is it?
here it is. It's an adipose.
Oh.
Look at how adorable it is. Does anyone else here have Doctor Who gear that they want to pull up for us? Because they're amazing.
I have this phone, and that's it.
Is it Doctor Who related?
No. Not at all.
Anywho,
I'm a Doctor Who fan.
I'm gonna go disappear once again into
Yeah,
the
John, get
mysterious
off my set.
fog.
Oh.
Okay,
This has been-
Poison.
It's time for us all to get off our set because I've had enough.
Who's playing the harmonica?
Not me.
Someone
That's
else
not me.
playing
Not me.
now? Someone else is playing now? Oh my. Oh my. Oh
Okay,
my.
it's one of these three people because I don't see a harmonica. It's either Samuel. Well, actually, it's one of these three people. It's either Samuel or Xavier because those are the two people that don't have their
Xavier.
screens on.
Is that how it's pronounced?
No,
I
it is not.
I don't know.
There you go.
Xavier.
I'm dead now.
Xavier.
I do have to look
Okay.
for words though.
There's not an E before my name. It's not EXAVIE.
Listen to Luke. Listen to Luke.
22-year-old college student
It's
goes
either
goes and dies.
Samuel or FCX. One
Wow,
of
you
those
can't
two
even
has
say my name right, so I
harmonica.
resort to FCX.
I do
Yes.
not have a harmonica. I used to have a harmonica, but I don't.
So it has to be FCX who has harmonica.
Oh yeah, blame it on me.
Detective.
Of course.
Detective.
Naturally.
I don't even have a harmonica.
Then who's playing the harmonica?
Alright.
Alright, I'll turn my camera back on. See, not even a single harmonica. Just books in the background.
Hold on. We're not there. Hold on.
Nice bookshelf.
It is a nice bookshelf.
Thank you.
Very nice bookshelf, yes.
I know, I got my room redecorated not too long ago, but either way,
Just
it
like
was
we've
not me.
redecorated the Force 13 Discord server.
Oh.
But
It looks like it's got
Mhm.
looks like it's got plenty of manga on that bookshelf.
Mm-hmm. So
Plenty of manga.
I just want to remind everyone that all of this
No, you
hour
don't?
was
No, damn.
really
I don't
done in jest, honestly.
I'm not a manga fan.
We will
Oh,
have
really?
proper tropical weather bulletins starting
Sorry, man.
tomorrow. Can John even
Sorry,
hear
but-
me or what?
Yeah, well, yeah, we
What?
can hear you.
You
I
keep
think they're just
talking over me.
anyways.
Sean.
I'm sorry, I'm having a side conversation. Go ahead, continue.
Well, you happen to be on a live stream right now, John.
I noticed.
So there can only really be one conversation, and I'm about to wrap up this stream.
Well, you go ahead.
I'm gonna
Kick me
go.
off your bed then.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream, John. Yes, thank you for the permission. So we're gonna play our wonderful ending music shortly, and proper tropical weather bulletins will start on June 2nd, and you will see them in their glorious new format. Luke's very pleased. And there's a lot going on in the tropics. We're gonna try and keep you. We're gonna try and keep people's spirits up because there's some tough times going on out there. We're not gonna mention politics, but I mean, come on.
Remember,
Don't go riding
John
in the
Shenanigans.
streets. It's not a good idea, guys. Come on.
I
don't know why
one
people.
final
I don't know why
statement.
people are wrecking their own towns. Why are you doing that?
I have
will
no
say
idea.
thank you for watching, everyone, and be sure to be safe and be happy. in one of the worst years since 536, but we're still all alive in a great community anyways.
Was that where the... Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and if you ever want to see a Tropical Weather Outlook ever again, go onto Force 13 Twitter that. We are never going to do a Force 13 TW on live ever again. Yeah.
You won't.
I definitely won't.
Squirrels.
Welcome to hell.
How many layers deep are we?
Yep.
Who knows at this point?
Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate it. Like, sincerely from the bottom of our heart.
We really do mean that. Even now, beside me just saying random things.
In
and
the
just debating
future,
streams.
we are looking to start 24/7 live streams in the same fashion as the Earthquake channel. As soon as we get all our gear together, we're going to have a tropical cyclone dashboard that will be always up to date and auto-updating 24 hours a day, whether we're talking on it or not. How exciting is that? That's going to be one of the big things of 2020, along with massive reforms that we've made internally that you won't have seen yet, but our resources are certainly going to come to bear very soon. I think you may already starting to be noticing the difference in quality. We are getting better, and we thank you for joining us again on this very long journey. Arduous at times, but also very rewarding. We're here for another season with you once again. I didn't think I'd be here in 2020 when I started in 2011. But here we all are. And I guess that's all there is to say for now. And we'll be back with you again, probably in the very near future, because we have not one but two potential tropical cyclones to monitor on opposite sides of the world. Have a great night,
dear.
And have a hopefully happy hurricane season. Good night, John.
Hopefully safe hurricane season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay prepared. See ya.
Take care, everyone.
Oh, don't forget, Devon's going racing on Force 13 Gaming, I think. I think that's still on. That's coming up soon. Look out for it. Force 13 Gaming. That's where it'll be next.